I am very excited for Mechanicus 2. Don't worry, Shake Vivid. I will definitely be doing a playthrough when it drops. There's a lot of really cool stuff that I can see in that game that I cannot wait to get my hands on. I hope that you can break it as much as you can break this game, because this game has been so much fun to break open, and I know I haven't even scratched the surface of how broken you can make things, but I love that in a game. I love a game that's brave enough to let you do that. Also, good evening, everybody. Good to see you. Hey, Alex Dragon. Hey, Shake Vivid. Hey, Andrew Garcia. Good to see you. Thanks for joining the stream so early. Let me just get us live, and we will be good to go. You're going to see my desktop for a second, because this game does not like me clicking outside the window. So if I do this, and then... Oh, actually, no, I've got it set to that. That's right. It won't show that. Hey, Tachyon.
Hello there.
It's good to see you. You know that command that, like, rewards you for being the person who does something before anyone else? Maybe you should try that out tonight. Might be different than it has been for the last couple of streams. I might have fixed that before the stream started. I'm not going to say it completely because I want someone to guess it, but you maybe won't guess it, especially if you've not been here for a long time, because it hasn't worked for a long time. I'm being very weirdly coy about that. And I hope everyone is doing well as well. I hope you're having a good day. The first thing I want to do before we really properly kick off is I want to make sure that I have given... Infestus the cool Mechadendrites to everybody. Now that we know how brokenly powerful they are, we can basically forget about Cognition, any other Mechadendrite but a Cognition Mechadendrite, because they are nuts. So Mishaps here has 2 of them. I could give Mishaps... I could get rid of the Power Field Generator, but plus 2 physical damage is pretty nice. I could get rid of the Cognition Claw, which is only 2 to 4 damn healing, and replace this with another level 2 Cognition Mechadendrite. Now that I know that these give 2 Cognition points every time you use them, they're just insane. So, GP Variety 6 has 1. Let's give them the level 2 one. I think that's way more important than a shield. Do we have one on Trog? Trog has 1. Just a level 1 though. We'll upgrade that to the level 2. This is the big thing we discovered in the last stream. It's the first command is what I'm talking about. Someone try the first command out for me. I want to make sure that it works. Exclamation mark first. It's not going to be in that list, Tachyon, unfortunately. Let's check out Crash Test. Crash Test actually needs an Infestus Mechadendrite to knock back enemies, but they can take 1 Cognition. Toasted Waffles currently has a Cognition Mechadendrite. Excellent. And that's us back at the top of the list. Okay. Oh, okay. So, interestingly, it didn't reset from last time, but it did, it output, and it only output to Twitch chat as well. So that's supposed to output to YouTube chat because you did that. Let me just check that this is working. Control V. Or is it Control Shift V? Oh no, a vote has begun. If someone could just, it doesn't matter what it is, just do a vote for me. I want to make sure the voting is working. It should be fixed now. And that should say vote 1 to 3, not vote 1 to 6. I can fix that while you're... Just do, doesn't matter what, just do exclamation mark vote something. Yeah, it's just outputting it to Twitch. Okay, so it is actually recording your results, but it's only outputting the results to Twitch. So you can see that it's showing up in the Twitch chat. You can see that showing up in the stream chat, but it's not actually showing up in YouTube chat for people who are voting there. That's good to know. At least it's working. And if I end the vote, that should... Yeah, voting has ended. Now that did output that to YouTube. That's interesting. Weird. Okay, so some of it's working, some of it's not. I need to bear that in mind. Okay. Sorry about that, everybody. I just wanted to check that. Let's actually just... what I'll do... Yeah, we'll just minimize this. That will... I just wanted to check that before we started going, because I do like to get the people involved with the voting in this stream. Sorry I've been all over the place. As soon as I started, just babbling away. I've had a long day. What we're going to do tonight is I want to finish the 7th seal. The being known as a Sufferer has emerged from the Tesseract, destroyed before it reaches full power, and eliminates the Casus Metallicum. Additionally, exactly, T-Ram. First spot is getting more complex by the day. There's, like... It's gone from having like 7 lines of code to about having 400 lines of code at this point. Still doesn't do exactly what it's supposed to do, and I kind of like that. I think it's kind of cute in a weird way that I refuse to elaborate on. I don't know why I said that. Yeah, it's very. I think it's very fitting for this stream. But I want to get the 7th seal done this stream. Now we've got 671 Blackstone, so we could afford an upgrade on somebody. I was trying to get everybody to have enhanced weapons and also to have zealous metal. So let me just check that everyone has those upgrades really quickly. Yes. Because I really like them as level 1 upgrades. They're very powerful. Yeah, I think everyone does. Yeah, I think we made sure of it last stream. Might be one person who's missing. Okay, everybody has them. So, what do we want to look at as another option? I think, Omnisci yet to bless the bot. That's exactly what has happened. I have not had it blessed. So we could get enemy statistics in melee range. We could continue to push down some of these. I mean, Toasted collects all cognition points from one source. That's not going to help Toasted because Toasted very specifically has one job. That's going to get body parts, so I don't really need. Nothing really to grab on Toasted right now. Secutor, Tribune gets +1 damage. That's a servo skill command. You're on your way to another body point down the Explorator. That's Mishaps. Machine Spirit attacks deal +2 damage. It might be worth just continuing to get Mishaps even more powerful. Other options. It's kind of working and it's not working, Mishaps. It should have reset, but it also should be giving a leaderboard. Hey, Sorbical, how's it going? Welcome everyone who's joining in the last couple of minutes while I'm looking at menus. If I missed you, I apologize. Nothing really here to grab for GBVR 86 either. Deals 1 tax skill. Gets all cognition points in one source. I might go for the kickback to all cognition points in one source on this character. We'll just have to grab a body part for them first, which I don't really need to use. We'll grab the armor one, and we'll go for that. So the special Necron resource is Blackstone. Do you think the naming committee was just being lazy, or do you think it's another Ark and Land situation? I honestly think it's a lazy one, because I think they've had Blackstone for a long time and not really known what it's about, because of the Blackstone fortresses. So I think it's... I know the Ark and Land was... I feel like Ark and Land situation is a retcon, like from a long time ago, but, well, yeah. Don't really know. Good old Land Raiders. Okay, there's the team. We're going to take 2 Skitaria Rangers. And honestly, they were so good. He was so good last time. We're going to take another Ruststalker. We've got our Mechanicals. I'm actually tempted to remove the Litany of Life and replace it with another one for cognition points, but 3 cognition points really isn't worth it, I don't think. Now, the Litany of the Electromancer might be useful. Next 2 attacks ignore all armor. 5 minutes movement, restore 10 HP. Next 4 attacks will ignore all armor. Next 6 attacks will ignore all armor. The next energy attack will deal +9 damage. That's pretty good for crash test. Next attack will break 6 physical armor. Yes, there is. There's this one here. Max the machine spirit of all weapons. That might be quite good. I think we'll try this one out, because I don't think I need the healing litany. Let's try out the taming of the machine spirit. Alright, this could be a very hard mission. Magos, it is finished. I have seen everything. I know everything. Teresis, the command throne is detecting a huge power spike from your location. Please report. Rezek was right when he said there were wonders in Silver Tenebris. I thought we had seen them all in the tombs of the Necrons, but I was foolish to think that was all this world had for us. So foolish. Oh no. What is he awoken? Oh, so has chat stopped updating, or is it just faded out? I am enacting quarantine measures. Abandon the Tesseract chamber. No, Magos. You do not understand. Oh, the chat box I can see. Yeah, it's faded out. It just faded away. That's fine. I've messed with the settings a little bit. I may have gotten the opacity a bit wrong. Warhammer 40k lore is often the case of reactive repositioning. Yes, exactly. I feel like that very highly cervical. Especially as someone who has been interested in Warhammer 40,000 for a very long time, but not kept up with anything in the last, say, 10 years. No, Magos, you don't understand, but you will. The Sufferer has such wonders to show you. Oh, Terzis, what have you done? What have you unleashed? We've lost contact with Terzis, Magos. The corruption I always feared has become manifest. Let knowledge serve only man, and let that which does not remain in darkness. Terzis' quest drove him mad, and the results have arisen to punish us. On the casus Mechanicum, no less. Now is not the time, argue blame. This is a shard of the Catan, a fragment of the Starguns, the Necrons. Study imperative. Another chance equals 0, of course. First we'll have to kill, destroy, dismember it. So, Scavola, the Xenarite here, just coming straight out and saying that we have a Catan shard on the ship. There's some deep lore for you. The killing part, Scavola, I can at least agree with. Then Silva Tenebris is not quite finished with us. To return the fold of the Mechanicus with all we have learned, we must first kill a god. So be it, brothers, if that is the will of the Omnissiah. Yeah, I'm fighting a Catan. Crap. Tesseract chamber quarantined. Videx and Kepper have assisted in ejection of the chamber. Chamber now on Silver Tenebris. So they shot the chamber down to the planet. Okay. It appears the chamber has landed deep within a tomb complex that we have not been made aware of. Possible high-value target location noted. The spears will be sharpened thrice. Ah yes, I see. I will guide the cohort through this complex. Its later design could be problematic should we encounter too much resistance. The seventh seal. Now it's time to throw the blame for poking forbidden knowledge. As much as said, let's fight God and then do an autopsy. Yes. Alright. We have to do this engagement. So let's go. I feel like we may not be ready for this fight. I've set the fade out a lot sooner than it used to be. It might be fading out too soon. Oh, so I need to move the chat box. Let's just do that first. Give me a second. Chat box. Let's put chat here. Let me know if it should be darker. I can make changes to it if we don't like how it's set up. I'm trying to make it just a little bit more readable. It definitely seems to be fading text away too soon, I think. Let me just quickly fix that. Chat settings. So it's currently set to fade after 40 seconds. I'm going to say no to that. I'm also going to make it a little bit darker. How about that? I need to update the browser URL. Okay, now it's been updated. Let's see how that goes. Yep, we definitely have that going on, Tachyon. Alright, what are we dealing with in this battle? We've got a destroyer. We've got another destroyer. Is it just 2 destroyers? No, there's a Cryptex here as well. Okay, so a Cryptek and 2 destroyers surrounding us. Our objective is to kill all enemies. Alright, well let's put Mishaps... I was wondering why I didn't have any people, but I know why. Mishaps here to take on this destroyer. Let's put Crash Test here to try and take on this destroyer. We'll support them with Toasted. We'll support Mishaps with GPVR86. We'll have Trog back here to just get some information. Okay, let's see how this goes. Now they have the opening here. So they're just going to shoot us before we get to do anything. 7 damage on Mishaps. That just makes them angry. And this is the anti-tank version. Okay. Right. Mishaps is alive. Because these guys have already gone, I'm actually going to delay Mishaps' turn. Oh, I've got the Mechadendrite. No, I'm going to delay Mishaps' turn so I can come back when I've got more cog points. Now, Crash Test is alive. I'm going to do the same with Crash Test. Most people's jobs this turn are going to be to collect cognition points. I'm just going to think about how I want to do this. We could grab a cognition point from here. Then I'm thinking about moving GPVR86 adjacent to this guy and taking 2 cognition points out of him. With the Mechadendrite. So I just traded 1 cognition point for 2 cognition points. And then we may as well hit him with the Power Axe. But that's going to cost us 1 cognition point. We still come out ahead. Okay. So that's their turn. I'm not going to use anything else right now. Cryptex is moving up. There's not much he can do right now. Now Trog, with their Servo Skull, can take all of the cognition points from something. So that's us now up to 4 cognition points. I can also use cognition freedom to get a free shot. So let's move them to here. Drop cognition freedom. Shoot the Cryptex with the Gauss Gamma. For no cognition points. Then shoot him with the Blast Pistol. He's down to 8 hit points. That's fine. That's all I'm going to do with Trog this turn. Although I could get into close combat range for 1 cognition point. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to get into melee range, which costs us... Oh, I walked through... I made a stupid move. That's fine. We can take the 6 damage. That gave us a cognition point for being hit. I did it on purpose to take that damage. Then we'll poke him with the Mechadendrite to get 2 cognition points. Now we're at full cognition points. And we'll hit him with our axe for 1 cognition point. And now he's on really low health. Can I also steal a... No, I can't steal a cognition point with a scanner. Okay, so that's his turn done. Now it's Toasted Waffle's turn. Toasted is going to call in reinforcements. And they're going to call in a Ruststalker next to the Destroyer, which will disable its ranged attack. Because now it's stuck in melee. Then Toasted is going to give their Servo Skull to the Ruststalker. And then they're going to move to here. They're going to activate Cognition Freedom. And they're going to use their Gauss Gamma to kill this thing. And that's it dead. So that's the Cryptek taken care of. And that should be all I need to do for Toasted's turn. The Ruststalker is in combat. We'll just get it to hit the Destroyer. And I'm going to move them here, actually. Because that should pin it completely in melee, unable to do anything. Okay, this thing got another turn, which I wasn't expecting. I thought I had a whole turn. Okay. So it's getting a free shot. That's annoying. I thought I had a whole turn before they got to act. That could hurt. Wait, it was a dodge. Wow, okay. Right, mishaps. I need you to kill this thing with prejudice. Alright, I want to try something stupid here. So we're going to go Cognition Freedom. We're going to go Flamethrower. That used 1 cognition point. 2, okay. Then we're going to hit it with a Cognition Mechadendrite. That charges your other Flamethrower. Then we're going to hit it with another Cognition Mechadendrite. For another 2 cognition points. And then we're going to hit it with your axe. And I think we've officially completely destroyed the balance of this game. I mean, yes, you took a lot of damage there, but murder because of tactical reasons and not preconceived notions about what Necrons are like. That's fair. I would not do well in the Imperium. And then we may as well scan this to reveal its stats. That was indeed a wombo combo. Wow, that was very powerful. I am very impressed. Why don't you, well, I'm actually going to do a heal next turn. Alright, Crash Test. What have you got? How can you show us up? How much health does this thing have? It's got 14 health, but it has 4 energy resistance. We can zap it with our Zapper Gun. Let's just try and hit it and see how much damage we can do. It does go first next turn, unfortunately. So we'll activate Cognition... Well, actually, first things first. Energy Enhancer. Thanks, Tachyon. Energy Enhancer. Then we're going to Servo Skull it to do 1 damage. Now, 1 damage could be very important. Alright, then we're going to Cognition Freedom. And then we'll shoot it with the laser cannon. 6 to 8 damage. It's not going to be enough to kill it. Yeah, not quite as impressive as Mishaps, unfortunately. And then if I move you here, you should be out of its line of sight. There's nothing else I can do with you this turn. Let's end the turn. It's going to get a free action and shoot somebody. Yes, I don't actually have a laser cannon. I wish I did. Alaska would be pretty good right now. Okay, it's just charging its gun this turn. Mishaps is repairing themselves. Let's end their turn. Crash is up next. I don't have points for you yet. GPVR 86, I want you to do a benediction and heal everybody who took damage from cheating enemy actions this turn. Are there any consoles on this map? No, everybody's at full health. There's not much else GPVR 86 can do from here, so we're going to end their turn. Now it's... They do have Cognis Last Cannons on the Rust Chickens. Yeah, I guess Last Cannons are just too high-tech. Let's Blast Pistol this corpse to take it out of the fight. Probably a waste. Now, how much health does this thing have left? 7. We've got a Gauss Gamma pistol here, but I don't have... Oh, we'll just use an overcharged Cognition to fill the Cognition gauge. Alright, we'll shoot it with a Gauss Gamma. And then we'll run up and Trog can kill it with our axe. Don't mess with the Adeptus Mechanicus. We've got a god to kill. And we're finishing with 6 cog points for the next fight. That was pretty fun. That was pretty fun. -5 on the awakening meter. All Xenos life forms purged. Alright, on to the boss. Is there actually going to be a unique model for this guy? Oh, thank you, Tachyon. You having fun with those? Okay, what do we got? Oh, we got a cutscene. Go here. Go here. Let's just deploy everybody. So I'll put Crash here. I'll put Toasted here. Mishaps here. And then GPVR86. Who is this? Yeah, I want VR6 in the back row. Alright. I'm not going to deploy... Actually,
remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Thank you, Garcia. I will remind myself. There's no point in bringing this Rangers in, I think. Yet. I've got enough cog points to bring the Rangers in. And then we could use a Trog to refill the cog counter. I think I'm going to do that. Let's bring the Rangers in as well. And then I can reinforcement in the Ruststalker. Okay, let's go. You don't remember any of this from your playthrough. This is a secret. This might be from the DLC, this whole quest line. Great music, by the way, as always. Alright, let's have a look at what we're up against. Yeah, that doesn't look good. Camera's not letting me look at it properly. Yeah, Trog's not having a good... Tyrannus is not having a good day. Alright, I'm not gonna cog move anybody. We're just gonna move up. I love all the axes. I actually love how cool our squad looks. I'm gonna delay your turn until the people in front of you have moved. And I'm gonna delay your turn, I'm gonna delay your turn. I want you to refill the cognition gauge. I didn't finish doing that. So the rebellion is still ongoing on my ship. I got distracted by this campaign, basically. Also, are there cog points in here? It looks like these may activate. Okay, we'll get Toasted to move to here. And then they will use their incredibly powerful servo skull to buff one of the Rangers. And that's all I really want them to do right now. We'll save the reinforcements for next turn. Alright, GPVR 86 can move to here. I don't want to use up any cog points at the moment. And then we'll get the Rangers to run up. Alright, here we go. Next turn we're going to engage in whatever is going on here. I'm going to put Mishaps right on the edge of the area. Okay, we need to get the whole team in. Which is actually quite good for us. I may need to use some cog points just to run everybody in. Just so it goes off this turn. We'll come back to GPVR 86 and the Rangers in a minute. Troll can just make it in. Can Toasted make it in? Toasted cannot. So Toasted is going to burn a cognition point to get in. I may as well put them forward since they use that whole cognition point. And GBV86 is also going to have to burn a cog point. I want to keep them at the back since they're the healer. My Rangers! What about my Rangers? Game! My Rangers are outside the battlefield! I'm not going to deploy the Rust Stalker. I remember when they killed me. I will never go back. I will never die again. Okay, he's summoning glowing things. What about my Rangers? They're just out here. I don't think I can attack him. No, I can't. He doesn't look like he is attackable. But then he has a thing. I wonder if I move through this, I'll get hurt. I'm sending in mishaps. Oh yeah, it has 150 HP. Okay, if it has hit points, I can kill it. They don't... that information may be redacted, Sorbical. I do like this battlefield. The idea behind it is pretty cool. Let's see how much damage we can do with mishaps in one turn. Well, even if it's a god, I can set it on fire. Then we'll hit it with another cog spike. And we'll flamethrower it again. Definitely not this Catan, for sure. And then we just hit it with our axe. And then we make it poisoned as well. So now it's burning and it's aciding. Which I think is a pretty good first turn. And then we'll get you to... You don't have enough cog points to heal yourself. But let's grab a cog point with a Servo Skull. Oh, hell yes, exactly, Sorbical. And then we'll get you to heal yourself back all the damage you just took. Nice work, mishaps. That was a good first turn. Alright. Now, I don't know what these things do. These green flames. Do I need to worry about them, or should I just focus on killing the god machine? What I'm going to do is I'm going to put Crash Test here, where they can just suck down 2 cognition points a turn. And then I think what I'm going to do is if I cog Freedom, and then can I get... No, not this, this. Yeah, I can hit both of them with this, so let's see what happens. It says it's going to hurt mishaps, but I really don't care about mishaps taking the damage. Although if I energy enhancer, mishaps will get very badly hurt. Does it have... It doesn't... I'm just going to shoot it with the laser, I think. Yeah. We're not going to hurt them. The green balls have health. They don't get a turn. So maybe their health things with us. I am going to try and do something with them. Just not with my 2 biggest damage dealers. $12 damage. Nice. Alright, let's see what we can do about these balls. GBVR86 is a great unit to try this out with. Let's move them here just so they're not against the wall, because it's really hard to see what's going on when units are near the wall. And then we're going to cog Freedom. And we're going to shoot the Gauss Gamma at this thing. Let's see what happens. 6 damage. Nothing really happened. I wonder what... There's a warning sign if I get close to it. So I think they explode when they die. Hey, Miraz. I think that's the trick here, is they explode when they die. Let's grab a cog point from over here. And I'm going to... They've used up all of their movement. They've used their one shot. Between everybody's left... Okay, what's going to happen to the Rangers? The Rangers are trapped outside the battlefield. So they do not have the range to shoot at the boss. So that's really lame. Thanks, game, for trapping 2 of my expensive units outside the battlefield. In fact, they can't do anything. Yeah, they can't do anything. The Rangers are just trapped outside the battlefield. Cool. What's he gonna do? Okay, he attacks in lines. So let's kill the ball. We'll start off with a blast pistol shot. What was your previous statement? Damn rude. Yes, very rude. Let's make sure nobody is standing in a line to the boss. So I'm going to move Trog to here. And we'll do a Cog Freedom. And we'll kill this ball. Well, we won't kill the ball. We'll shoot the ball. The ball is on 6 health. I can't go with the power axe. I don't really want to. I think I'm going to move them towards the boss. Let's see if this thing blows up if I move through it square. Okay, it doesn't. Trog's going to come and start hitting the boss, get cognition points out of it with the Mechadendrite. There's nothing else for them to really do right now. Oh, there's one cognition point I can grab from here. And let's end their turn. So that leaves us with the Toasted Waffles. So Toasted Waffles is going to call in reinforcements. And they're going to bring in the Ruststalker on this diagonal. And they're going to give their buff to the Ruststalker because there's no point the guys out here having it. I think the Skitarii Rangers are mostly still human-brained. What else do I want to do here? We probably want to try and kill this to see what happens. Let's move you up to here. And then I will Cog Freedom. And we will Gauss Gamma this thing. Which doesn't kill it. That's frustrating. So I could fire the Volkite Blaster at it to finish it off, which will use up all of my cognition points. Which honestly isn't an issue. So let's just finish it off. 50% machine, okay. Okay, nothing big happened when that died. It just kind of fizzled away. Alright. Another 6 damage to the boss, and the boss gets another turn. Okay, he summoned 2 more balls. So I think what's going to happen is he's going to fill the battlefield with balls. And we're going to have to stop them getting on top of us. I think that... Oh, no. They blow up on their at the start of each round. Okay. So they blow up at the start of the round, which means we don't need to worry about this one. But this one here, I think, is a problem. Let them coordinate, suppress future loading. Cool, that's really interesting. To see the stars drown in blood. To feel the galaxy take this plane. Okay. No, these are different types of balls. These I can't select. These are fire orbs. These are fire orbs that have no health. This is an elemental flame. So they are different things. Alright, I don't see the point in setting him on fire again, but do we just want to do as much damage as possible? Or do I want to wait for another Cognition Freedom turn? Let's tame the Machine Spirit. So everything is now maxed out. I'm just trying to decide if I want to spend a lot of cognition points this turn. I think I'm going to wait till I've got the cognition mechadendrites back. So let's just hit him with the axe for this turn. So that's all Mishaps is going to do this turn. New balls have turns, it seems. Oh, well spotted. Yes, the new balls do have turns. Thank you, Under Garcia. Oh, so give them literal aimbot. They really do have emo poetry. Dear him. Yeah, it is spouting emo Catan poetry. Battle Servitors. Okay. End turn. Maybe with a little bit of independent thought. So there's not much that Crash can do this turn, unless I want to spend a Canticle. I might be able to do something if I delay their turn. GPVR 86 doesn't need to do much so far. I'm a bit worried about everybody getting too close together. I want to get somebody standing here, though. Or maybe here. Yes, infantry without independent thought would be useless. They can't adapt correctly to the battle situation. Okay. So I now have shots on this guy, but I only have 2 points. I don't need to Benedict this turn. I will take the Gauss Gamma Pistol shot. And that'll be their turn. Again, the Rangers can't do anything. The ball moved and exploded. Okay. So the balls will move and explode. We can heal through that. And his fire doesn't do enough damage to hurt us. Maybe it ramps up over the fight, but right now it's not doing enough for it to be a threat. Okay, Trog is now live. Let's get Trog up on this side. Trog can stab with a Mechadendrite to get 2 cognition points out of him. And then we'll just hit him with the axe this turn. We've almost taken off half of his health already. The other orb is about to activate. Goes for mishaps. I'm still not that concerned on damage so far. Let's get toasted in on this angle. Because they can axe and Mechadendrite as well. So Mechadendrite. And then we'll axe. I have nothing else I really want to do. I can spend 1 cog point to give him +2 damage. And that's it. I mean, I could do a command fire, but with only 1 unit, don't think it's worth the cog points. 10 damage off the Ruststalker. Nice. I guess he's going to summon more Flame Orbs. Ooh, that Flame Orb, that's something new. No, wait. Yeah. So these Fire Orbs have health now. They definitely didn't have health before. Like, definitely didn't have health before. Well, if nothing else, Crash can take cognition points from this guy. And then step away. If I put Crash... Unfortunately, there's no angle where I can get the shot with a laser. But if I put Crash here... I can laser the boss with the Culverin for 10 to 12 damage. 11 damage, nice. Okay, that's their turn. And again, these guys can't do anything because they got kicked out of the battle. I'm probably just going to sprint to the finish if I'm being completely honest. More emo poetry. Nothing but torment, nothing but eternity. Alright, go hang out at the bus shelter. Another fire, 2 flame orbs. No more fire orbs though. He's not on fire anymore either. So I want to use Mishaps to set him on fire this turn, but I'm going to need to move Trogo before I do that. So we're going to delay Mishaps' turn. I didn't get a chance to do... Well, actually, I did. I have 1 turn to do something like that. Who are you going to go for? Oh, it's Crash Test's turn. Let's fire the Culverin again. Consume the downwards of the ventilator. You should get a movement buff if you're lighter. Yes, you'll be able to bounce across it. We'll also hit him with the Servo Skull for 1 damage. Nice. We're just absolutely piling the damage on at the moment. Okay, I want you to do a benediction, please. Okay, that's everybody fully healed. Let's move you to here. And then you should have a clear shot on the boss. You don't have Cognition Freedom, unfortunately. And I want to save my cog points for stuff later in the battle. But let's grab a cog point here, just so that someone can use their axe. And that's really all you can do this turn. Again, you guys can't do anything. 3 damage to Crash Test. Crash Test just laughs at 3 damage. Again, his explosions aren't actually hurting us because we have enough armor that he can't do anything to us. Alright, Trog is live. So I'm going to get Trog to move... I need Trog to basically move all the way around. I think if I move Trog to here, they'll be safe. Yeah, we're just dogpiling. That is exactly what we're doing. I think Mishaps will kill him. on their turn. Or at least get him very close to dying. Let's also move Toasted here. Okay. Big turn coming up. Oh, you can definitely attack. 6 damage, nice. He's down to 27 health. He's gonna summon some fire orbs. Okay, we're gonna move Mishaps here. We're gonna use a Mechanical for 6 cognition points. We're going to fire the first flamethrower. Oh, we're gonna hit GPVR 86 with this. If I move to here, I don't think that's gonna help. I don't think there's a way I can do this and not hit GPVR 86. Maybe if Mishap stands here. Okay, there we go. I'm not hitting anybody now. Burn. This is how you kill gods in the Imperium. You use flamethrowers. Burn. And then we hit him with another Mechadendrite. Unfortunately, it's not going to be quite enough damage in one turn. But the damage over time will kill him on his next turn. Alright, I think that's it. End the turn. The Rangers just continue to watch. All of his balls explode. Was that turn 3? I was expecting more. Maybe this is only phase 1. But I was expecting more from a Catan Phase Lord. Get one more line of poetry. All the pain they caused me, I now repay. And then he dies. It is upkeep to fire and acid damage. And he's dead. GG. Wait, do we have to kill all the balls? Oh, that's such an anticlimax. I don't want to spend like 10 minutes killing balls. Oh, what an anticlimax. Genuinely. We have to sit and kill all of these balls. I'll burn these ones out with cog points. So what I'll do is I will cog freedom. No comment. Alright, that's those balls. Are those balls not dead yet? I can't see how much health these balls have. Okay, 4 and 6. Well, let's grab a cog point from back here. And we will... how much damage? We're doing 5 to 7 damage. So I'll take the guaranteed kill on this one. And then I'm going to move... Drop dead or drop rated? I don't know, you get the idea. But that's why Necromancers are great. You kill the guy and all the little skellies drop dead. Exactly! And it's really dramatic. And like, you got to fight your way to the Skelly King. This seems like a really good time for a massive blast from the Phosphor Blaster. Oh wait, am I technically in melee? Okay, let's back up. I don't want to be technically... Actually, here I think is the right spot to stand. So we're going to... Cog Freedom. Energy Enhancer. Energy Enhancer. Canticle of Breaking the Game. And then we fire the Phosphor Blaster. And we can hit 4 of them. Nice. Great work, Crash Test. And if I want... Oh, okay, we only needed to kill the balls. Only the flaming balls, not the non-moving balls. So it was just the balls that were free. Those were the only balls we needed to kill. The quarantine deck... Thank you. What did T-Ram do, Miraz? The quarantine deck of the Casus Metallicum lies in ruins. Beside the shattered Tesseract vault lies the corpse of xenobiologist Teresius, his mind annihilated by communing with the Sufferer. The last vestiges of the Catan shard boil away into nothing as his living metal body dissolves. Teresius is dead. His mind was destroyed. Castigation 17.4. Thus are the wages of those who delve too deep. Sorrow equals 0. A sacrifice willingly made, Videx. Xenobiologist Teresius knew the risks of seeking. Because of his deeds, plus knowledge, plus experience, plus remains of a Catan to study. Oh, yeah. The snark was so good. We almost lost the Casus Metallicum, and all of us because of his folly, and yours, Fussinus, for letting him bring that accursed relic on board. A dereliction of information quarantine. I take responsibility for this. I shall present myself to the tribunals of Mars. But if it is the will of the Omnissiah that this monstrosity fall before us, then it has been done. I choose to experience that solace and quarantine my shame and regret. Oath undertaken. Ensure those who judge, condemn, execute know of what we owe you. And I shall ensure they know of your sins. These are matters of the future. For now, we live. For now, let us pray. I think we just go and kill all the rest of the bosses in the game now. Because that was the secret boss. Right? Suffer cannot the Catantica live. Ugh. I almost banned you for that, T-Ram. So we got the Omniscient Axe, which is 4 to 6 damage for no requirement. And also immobilizes targets, which is really interesting. Binaric Harvest. What? Restore all HP to all units and fill the cognition gauge. Those blessed enough to comprehend this blazing Vox prayer find their targeting reticles guided by the Omnissiah's own vigilance. That's pretty good. He's still here, but we can't click on him anymore. Alright, let's finish upgrading GPVR 86. That is indeed a blessing. We were getting collector cognition points on them. That gets them another cog point as well. But you know what they can take with that extra cog point? Is the cognition mechadendrite. Just fill it up with cognition mechadendrites. Oh, this is going to be ridiculous. Okay, so we have a few different missions, but I honestly think we just do a boss rush. Who is it that does the boss rushes? It's this... yeah. So we're going to go fight the Lord Astronomer next. The Lord Astronomer Ecropus. And we're going to see how many of these we can get through before the Necron Awakening completes. And then when it happens, we'll jump onto Twilight of the Gods and fight all 5 bosses at once. I think that's the way we're going. Yeah? So, Lord Astronomer. The Skitarii have located the sarcophagus of Lord Ecropus in his tomb. Prime Hermetic and Captrix requests a high-risk mission to be sent to destroy Ecropix. Eliminate Lord Astronomer Ecropus. So we're going to take the team, of course. And we're going to take 2 Rangers who did nothing. The Rust Stalker who did great work. I'm going to drop out this for Binary Harvest because that's just redonkulous. Auto-reporting routines added to Tech Priest and Total Coordinators. Intelligence on high-value targets critical. I hope we don't run into any high-value targets. Experience dictates whatever those Xenos are, they aren't likely to welcome our intrusion into their ruins. Yet we must be prepared for the eventuality, hence my bringing Prime Hermetic and Captrix on this mission. If there are still Xenos life forms, their destruction will likely form principal objectives. Know thy prey. Find thy prey. Then the hunt commences. Skitarii operations of the Tomb of Ecropus have confirmed high-value target location. They have found Ecropus. Confirm location of the sarcophagus of Ecropus. I return anticipation, but also concern at this news. The chance to bring Ecropus to battle is a viable one, but one with great risk. Target profile indicates advanced combat capabilities and environmental advantage. Xenos weaponry and awakening protocol level unknown. As the Magi Pecunium describe it, high risk, high reward. Alright, let's blast through this. My Skitarii are holding a perimeter around the sarcophagus chamber, but they won't be able to do so for long. The awakening protocols are accelerating in the Tomb of Ecropus. Target consciousness probable. I have modified mission parameters accordingly. Facing Acropolis directly entails great risks, Subdomina, but I concur with Primer Medical's assessment. Destroying Lug Acropolis is worth the risk. Very well, Magos. If this works, it could make it seem the lives lost in Tomb of Acropolis were not for nothing. Dispatch the coursers. Sharpen the spears. The hunt is on. Okay. Looks like a fairly linear... Oh, it's a very... Oh my... That's a long dungeon. This is a long, long route. Alright, get ready to do some voting. No, okay, normally they speak in English. So, what hatred the weak have for that which they do not know, for they know it was made by the strong. A synthesized voice echoes through the tomb of Acropis, transmitted directly through the comms unit of every trooper in the tomb. Do we take caution? Ignore the transmission. It is a crude attempt to distract the tech priests from their mission. Hey, Woodpipe. Who's up modifying their cogitators? Consecration. Cleanse the cohort's minds with a prayer session. Or contempt. Respond with curses and prayers transmitted at high volume throughout the tomb. So I would like you to pick which option we go for, as I always do. Exclamation mark vote 1 for caution. Exclamation mark 2 for consecration. Exclamation mark vote 3 for contempt. I'll let it run for a couple seconds while I drink my tea. And then I'll end the vote. And they'll tell us what people have picked. So you should see in chat that it's actually recording people's results, which is great. It's only putting them in Twitch chat, which is annoying. So if you're on YouTube, you'll have to see... Oh, I just named that there's another platform. You'll have to just look at the chat on the screen. Hey, Defloon, thanks for jumping in with a vote. Okay, I don't want to leave these running for too long because we're going to have a lot of them, so let's end the vote. And it's a tie between options 2 and 3 with 4 votes each. Okay, in that case, I'm going to have to roll a dice. I've got a d20 here. On 1 to 10, it's for option 2, and then out of that, it's option 3. We got option 2. We're going to consecrate. Cleanse the cohort's minds with a prayer session. We got 4 control points. The cohort intones prayers of mental strength and repulsion towards the enemy. Their spirits are shored up against the enemy's attempt to demoralize them. Other Skatara units follow suit, fending off the corruption of the Tomb of Acropis with a wave of piety and prayer. Tea shout out to True Honey Tea. Recommend the limited edition Liberty. Yeah, we need some Helldivers in here for sure. Although I think Helldivers, I don't know if Helldivers could handle this Mechanicus group. The Heterical Galactical model of Hecopus. Take care, Magos. The chances of blasphemous content being present approach 100%. Okay, we've got another vote. I'm going to start it now. Reams of astronomical data flood the noosphere in the Tomb of Acropis. The volume of information is huge, and would need the cogitators of the Case Metallicum to make sense of. Do we analyze for understanding? Run the data through the ship's cogitators. Understanding Acropis' galactic view may be useful in fighting the Necrons. Do we refuse to countenance it? Purge the data from the noosphere. Whatever insights it may grant, it should be shunned as Xenos heresy. Or do we corrupt for vengeance? Attempt to corrupt the data with embedded data worms and information boxes, in the hope it will destroy his blasphemy forever. Again, I'm not going to leave the vote up for very long, but I would appreciate your input. I will always pick what you want me to pick. So I'm going to give it a couple of seconds to run for. There's going to be a few of these, unfortunately, thick and fast, because this is a long dungeon. I'm going to have another sip of tea, and then we're going to end the vote. And I would just like to say thank you very much for getting involved and voting on the stream. It's a lot of fun when people join in. Okay, I'm ending the vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, and I can hear the dog barking. So what I'm going to do, Defloon, I'm going to take Visap's and Defloon's vote. Everyone voted for 1. It's like even with it, we're going to go for. No, Muraz. That's exactly why you should vote. You should definitely vote if you're ignorant. So we're analyzed for understanding. Okay. The data grants a vision of a very different physics model, where forces such as gravity and electromagnetism are subordinate to the wills of ancient, immense intelligence. The Casus Metallicum's cogitators are unable to cope, and the resulting feedback causes the comms units of the Mechanicus troops to flare brightly in the noosphere, giving away the locations. That's +3, exactly what Tachyon said, Miraz. Okay, so that's +3 Necron Awakening, which we don't want on such a long run through the dungeon. Got another choice here. Again, I'm going to restart the vote. The chamber contains several empty sarcophagi, some of which seem to have malfunctioned and show signs of having exploded or caught fire during the awakening process. Any destroyed Necrons have teleported away, but there may still be intelligence to be gleaned from these damaged devices. Do we shatter them? Smash the intact sarcophagi to ensure they cannot be used again? Do we search them? Examine the damaged sarcophagi? Or do we scavenge them? Loot the sarcophagi for viable materials. While you're doing this vote, I'm going to very quickly run out and bring the dog in. So I'm going to mute my mic when I get her. You do the vote, and we'll get it when I get back. Alright, I am back and I'm ending the vote, and I have a burritoed dog in the room with me. Let's see what the result for this one is, and let me get the game back up. Option 3 wins with 3 votes. Okay, we're going to scavenge. Well, good luck to us. We got 81 Blackstone, and we lost 3 cognition points. The cohort rip out whatever valuable looking materials are visible among the damaged sarcophagi. Midway through the process, their rad tags flare crimson, alerting them to the dangerous radiation leaking from the sarcophagi. I'm amazed that the Mechanicus actually use radiation tags. They fall back, having taken a debilitating rad dose with their packs full of salvaged components. Okay, next up it's a glyph. We do glyph votes differently because I want things to move quickly. So it's the first person to write the letter is what I'm going to go for. Extra Necrons in battle. Glyph. We've got 2 glyphs. A single port designed for a Necron counted creature excluded from the device. We've got what I'm going to call a corrupted T or a Q. We'll call that a Q. Okay, Mishap said left, that's what we're going for. We are Mechanicus, and we steal everything. Corrupted T. We lose a control point. Thanks, Mishaps. Everyone else went for Q, we should have gone for Q, but Mishaps got there first. Okay, pushing deeper into the base. We've got another vote. We are not welcome here. This is not our world. The lords of the Necrons own this world, and soon they will own all others. It is our duty to obey them. Tyrezis, you're dead. You can't talk. Heresy, the dead are talking. This guy is dead. He should not be speaking right now. A rare direct communication from the Xenos. It is as disquieting as it is exciting. There may be much to learn, Magos, but take the greatest care. Okay. Again, this is probably going to be one of the last votes of this mission, I think. An insidious whisper worms its way through the noosphere, infecting the awareness of everyone connected to it. It appears as an incepted thought in the minds of everyone in the tomb of Ecropus at once. Do we perish the thought? Enact a session of self-castigation, punishing the cohort for having such a thought? Do we address the troops? Transmit words of admonition to the troops of the tomb of Ecropus to remind them of their duty? Or do we analyze the source? Upload the intrusive thought pattern to a cogitator to study it? Oh god. Oh, I know what you're going to pick. Alright, quick sip of tea, and then I'm going to end the vote very quickly. Alright, I'm ending the vote in 10. Well, actually, that's too long. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, done. And we've got a tie between 2 and 3, so I'll roll the dice. We're going for option 3, analyze the source. Scaevola, fascinating. Necrons equal adaptive Xenos. If Necron plus Imperial Tech equals altered variation, evolved thought processes, then Mechanicus plus Necron Tech may hold the same answer. What on earth were you talking about there? The incepted thought is shown to be a complex data plague of cunning and devious design, certainly Xenos in origin, but created for use against the human mind. This revelation is disturbing, since it means that Necrons are more adaptive than previously thought, but provides a rare insight into their mindset and capabilities, and gets us back our 3 cognition points. Okay, we are still miles from the end here, but most of these are dead. We've got another glyph coming up, so get ready with your glyph options. Again, the first one that hits chat is the one I'm going to go for. We have... Oh god, we've got an H, we've got, I'm going to call that a T, we've got an O, and we've got a Q. Okay? A container of some sort that similarly has raw binary seething within. Okay, Tachyon once said 4, we're going to go for this. Clearly it's a Xenos origin. Sparks of data leak through the H sealant used to contain the data within. We're going with this option because Tachyon got there first. Everybody gets healed 2 hit points. Okay? No one was hurt, but that's still nice. Onward we go. We're just on a straight run to the boss now. Great, there's going to be so many Necrons in this battle. What a shame I don't have flamethrowers. There it is. There is it. The sarcophagus of Ecropus. Looks like he sees himself as the center of the universe.
I told you. I warned you. This world is ours. This galaxy is ours. The two do not listen. The weak are ignorant, for they fear the knowledge of the strong.
Okay. Thrones of Mars, what was that?
You know what it is. You have always known. Did you think it would not come to this? You, whose existence is war, whose first terror is peace. Did you think you would destroy us without a fight?
Target awareness confirmed. Awakening complete. Code Venator is in effect. Eliminate high value target with extreme prejudice. Ahead lies a grand and ornate coffin. At the center of a clockwork armorilli of stars and planets orbiting the sarcophagus. Do we beseech the Omnissiah? Use the few moments before Ecropus awakens to pray for deliverance and strength. Do we prepare the defenses? Use the seconds before Ecropus awakens to set up a barricade to fight behind. Or do we seize the initiative? Don't wait for Ecropus to awaken fully. Open fire on the sarcophagus immediately. I'm going to let this vote settle for a couple of seconds. I know which option I would pick. I'm not going to... my AMD updater just triggered and minimized the game, which is great. Let's just click out of that. Just dropped in to like and say good morning to everyone. Good hunting for us, May the machines live you lots of shiny. Thank you very much, Dermot. Good to see you. Thanks for dropping by. Toasted, it's ! vote 3 if you want to vote. There you go. You got it. Nice work. All right. Looks like we're going for seize the initiative here. I'm going to end the vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Voting is ended. Option win 3. I would have gone for beseech the Omnissiah, but we're going to seize the initiative. The cohort blasts the sarcophagus with every weapon they have. A component is ruptured and dangerous radiation pulses through the chamber, hitting the cohort with a debilitating dose. The effects of the radiant poisonation kick in just as the sarcophagus fully opens and Lord Ecropus emerges. I'm not sure who it is, but someone takes 4 damage. You did vote to besiege. I didn't say you didn't, but everyone else did. Nice work on those stairs there, buddy. Oh, it's like that, is it? It's like that. Necron Vanguard. How many Necrons just spawned? Okay, hang on.
Thermal signature detected.
It does feel like... Okay, we've got 1, 2... We've got 4 Varguards and the boss. Okay, it's not as bad as I thought. Are Varguards the ones that fly? I don't think they are. Alright, let's bring Crash Test up to the front. With Toasted here, Mishaps here, GPVR 86 here, and Trog here. We've got to Drainus Contact. I'm not going to summon any boys. We're going to bring them in with 3 points. Does look like he's flipping us off, doesn't it? No, the Varguards are walkie boys. Okay. Right, GPVR 86 is up first. I'm going to delay their turn.
I have seen the true form of the galaxy. It does not include you.
Okay. Well, guess what? I don't agree with that. My version of the galaxy just has me. There we go. Endless Leech. Oh. So he's just gonna keep summoning dudes, is he? Necron Warriors. Like they're a threat. I like his cape. Oh, thank you for coming closer. I do appreciate that. It looks like the warriors that he cheats into existence get to go first as well. We're going to take some damage in this fight. Alright, let's get Mishaps into combat with this guy. First of all, how much health has he got? 50 health. Nice knowing you, buddy. Thanks for the cognition points. We're going to deploy a power field generator. Then we're going to deploy cognition freedom. Then, just because we can, we're going to grab a cognition point from one of the pillars. Alright, how would you like to be flamethrowed? He cheats! He cheats! That was slick. I like that. That was very cool. Okay, this guy's pretty wrecked. That was a cool move. I gotta give it to him. I was not expecting him to teleport away. It's that meme. Yeah, better boss fight than the last one. Now, do I want to move Mishaps or leave them here? I think I'm going to move Mishaps up here. The more of these guys I can flamethrow, the better. Okay, Toasted is up next. First thing Toasted is going to do is summon some reinforcements. We're going to bring in Skitaria Ranger up on the platform here. And then we're going to buff the Skitaria Ranger. Okay, now Toasted, I want you to move up to the Varguard. I want you to steal 2 cognition points from it. I want you to hit it with its axe to kill it. That didn't kill it. It's got 1 hit point left. That's really annoying. Alright, well, that's the end of your turn then. You can shoot it to finish it off, I guess. And let's get you up into a sniper's position up here. Okay. Why don't you disable his gun? He swapped again. Okay, so I'm going to have to kill all the Varguards. He's going to swap every time. Yeah, it'll die in the upkeep. Yeah, it's on fire as well as being on acid. But it will get a move. It'll get a turn first, unfortunately. But we've got an Infestus Mechadendrite to kill it with on Crash Test. If I put Crash Test here, I can hit him with the Phosphor. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to move to here. We're going to Infestus Mechadendrite him. That removes him from the battlefield. Then we're going to move here. Hey, Hildebrand, how's it going? Then we're going to Cognition Freedom. We're going to Energy Enhancer. We're going to Energy Enhancer. And then we're going to fire the Blaster at both of these two. And see what he does about dodging this. No, I just worked out how to get around it all, basically. Okay, so we teleported again. Okay. And then we're going to work out how much health this guy has. Did we kill Toasted and me, or is it just a long... It's just a very long initiative list. Doesn't show everybody that's on the initiative list. Don't worry, they're not dead. Now, I could Laser Culver in here. If I wanted to. I could get up along this line. Or I could Culver in this guy. I don't think the Culverin will go through this thing, though. So I don't see the point in Culverining. I could run up and get this guy in close combat and steal 2 cognition points from him. But I think Crash has done enough this turn. Alright, let's get Trog to kill this guy. So we'll shoot him with the pistol. Everybody's... Okay. It's just the Varguards that are doing it. It's not the boss that's doing it. It's the Varguards that are doing it. But they won't swap for each other. I think I can finish him in 1 hit with the axe. We'll, of course, steal 2 cognition points. What was that, Toasted? Yeah, that's why it's low. Because they're doing the whole dodge this thing. Now, I don't have an Infestus Mechadendrite on this guy, do I? No. So we're going to have to do 1 damage to him next turn to finish him off. But I think that's a pretty good run from Trog. We're at max cognition points. Next up is GPVR 86. If I step 1 step forward, I can hit him with both guns. So let's just do that, I guess. We'll move to here. We'll cog freedom. And we'll shoot the Gauss Gamma Pistol at this, which will swap them. Then we'll fire the Phosphor Serpentis. Okay, it's 4 damage on him. Now you've got 2 Cog Mechadendrites on you. So I'm actually going to run you up to this guy. Double Cog Mechadendrite him. Steal a Cog point from this pillar. And then ask him a very serious question. Which he survives. Damn. That's fine. I'm not too worried. We're good here. Okay, new round. Once I've killed these Varguses, we'll be in a better position, but until I do, we're kind of stuck just fighting them. I'm going to bring in a Ruststalker using cognition points. And he's going to try and kill the warrior. Nope, they're going to swap. Okay. Okay, GB Variety 6 is up again. Let's finish off this guy. That's him down. Now we can just step away because this guy is terrible in melee. The warrior. Let's just move to here. Oh no, no damage at all. And then I'm just going to shoot. It's going to cost me a lot of cog points though. Ugh. Losing the Mechadendrites has had the knock-on effect that it's not so easy for me to destroy corpses anymore. That is a problem. I don't really want to spend cog points shooting corpses. Hey, Doctor. Not quite the end of the stream. We're still about 40 minutes to go at least. My 100 Dragon 4 rounds. Yeah, bosses never last long enough. It's always the minions that are more terrifying. What am I going to do here? Do I want to spend the 2... I'm just asking myself, do I want to spend the 2 cognition points to kill, like, one of these corpses? I don't really want to do it. But I don't want them to regenerate on me. So I'm just going to bite the bullet and take them out of the fight. And let's free up Trog as well. Not enough cognition points. Oh, damn. What I was going to say was Trog could... Yeah, we're fine.
The stars will turn red with the blood of mankind.
Yawn. That's a terrible threat. Stars can't be tainted with blood. Okay, my comeback was pretty bad. I need to work on my anti-Necron one-liners. Okay, spawn 2 Necron warriors. But he won't be able to teleport after this round. My first was a Lich and associated minions, about 2 sessions, 3 floors of a palace, and then 1 PC pass of the force, 1 permanent palace, 1 out of position, and the last 2 desperate stuff to lose magic items. It was great. Yeah. Sometimes your plans just don't go how you wanted them to. There's nothing you can really do about it. Thanks, T-Ram. Just calling out how bad my comeback was. I appreciate that. Okay. Mishaps is back in action. We could do a flamethrower attack here. It won't kill the Lord Mayor, but it will kill whoever probably kill whoever teleports in. We'll go for an axe attack first. Oh, he's actually just taking it. Okay. How much health? What armor does he have? Did I just clear off his armor? Yes, I did. Okay. Then we're going to drop a Blessing of the Omnissiah. That's better attack heal. Thank you. And then we're going to drop a flamethrower attack. Oh, he just melted down the steps. Hey, friend, I heard you like fire. Because stars are made of fire? I'm so sorry. Oh, that might be the worst one I've ever done. I think I'm just going to hold there. I'm not going to use... I'm not going to use the second flamethrower yet. Alright, Toasted is up. Let's clear. So we've got a dude here. We've got a dude here. We've got a dude here. Let's bring Toasted up to the middle. And they've got the Volkite Blaster, which is 6 to 8 damage. But I don't know how much health these guys have. Sorry, my humor mode on, that's for sure. Fair enough. Let's drop a Cog Freedom. And I'm going to shoot this guy because I can see his health. There's a chance we can kill him in one hit. Nice work, Toasted. Okay, with him down, I can't really do anything else here. I mean, I could walk up and hit him with the axe. Yes, I think we will do that. We long time since I played, so I can't recall all yet. Remember getting invisibility for everyone and the ability to get hold of action points. Yeah, I know how to do the invisibility thing, but I don't really seem to need it. And that will do for your turn. You can shoot the boss. Every little helps. Crash test is up. I don't have anything for crash test to do because I have no cog points right now, and I want to use Trog to refill the meter. So we're just gonna move crash up, and they can act next turn. Now, where is that last? Where is this guy? Okay, his corpse is there. Let's make sure we take it out. So you're gonna axe that corpse. Then you're going to shoot this guy. Which doesn't quite kill him, but that's fine because he's in combat with Toasted. I'm going to move you to here. And you're going to finish your turn by refilling the cognition gauge. And that's you. And I think we'll be able to kill the boss potentially before he gets to go again, if this works the way I think it does. Also, thanks for being on the stream, Pearl. I appreciate it. It's another 6 damage. GP variety 6. I want you to heal everybody. Grab a cog point with this. And then I don't think you can get a shot on the boss, unfortunately. And you don't have cognition freedom either. But what you could do is run to here. And then poke him with your cognition mechadendrites. That refills the gauge. And we're going to hold on you attacking with the axe, because he's going to move and take an opportunity attack. That was almost poetic. But you didn't get it right. I think my comebacks would be better if I wasn't so tired. Ooh, summoning mortals now. That's a little bit more scary. He killed our Rust Stalker. Well, that's a shame. But he was a robot. Not a person. Okay, mishaps. This is it. This is the turn where you delete this guy as much as possible. Alright, that's 4 cog points. Now we'll get them back. We'll zap him again. And then we'll hit him again. But was he always a robot? That maybe wasn't, yeah. A robot's more important than persons for AdMech? AdMech first. Tech priests before robots. At least in situations like this, I believe. Okay, he is down to 6 hit points. Let's steal a cog point from over here. End the turn. Alright, Toasted, we do have an immortal on the battlefield. And I don't like that. So I would like you to shoot it with your Volkite Blaster. It's just going to be a straight up shot here, unfortunately. Nice work. And then let's check. Oh, servo skull on this guy, please, for more damage. And that's your turn for now. You shoot the boss. Made from honorary skaters who are, yeah, they're basically like the Dreadnought there you go, he's dead. The Dreadnought versions. Right, Ekrobus is dead. That's the end of the fight. That was the most interesting boss so far. The teleport thing was really fun. Oh, I just realized, oh, by the way, if you're new to the stream, the story in the background is my dog, not me, or any human. That loud snoring is my dog. Mission complete. The heavily armed war form of the Lord of Stromar collapses, spewing sparks and flames. Its gauze coils ruptured. I'll wait for the music to finish. Okay. For a moment, it seems raw data is bleeding from the stricken Necron. Images of distant alien stars flicker through the noosphere, accompanied by millions of years of stellar migrations and galactic orbits. Then, Ekrobus is still and cold, and the Lord Astronomer of Silver Tenebris is destroyed. Target eliminated. The Secretary report a reduction in the coordination of Necron units to the tomb already. A moral and strategic success, Primary Medicon. Self-congratulation is illogical. High-value targets remain. Nevertheless, Captrix, a blow has been struck against the Xenos. I have the capacity to grant myself a moment of celebration from my quarantined emotional vaults. Perhaps you would get benefit from the same. No celebration, no pause. The hunt, never off, always on. She is dedicated. Shame we lost this brush stalker, but... Now that is going to put the awakening meter up quite a lot. Ooh. All physical attacks gain +3 physical damage for 1 round. We'll be giving that to Mishaps. Alright. We're up to 70% on the awakening meter. So, what do we have time for still? Also, code points are just going crazy here. Right, I want you to dump the power field generator and take the big power field generator, but you need an extra upgrade point for me to do that. So I actually go to upgrade you. What do we want? What can I give you that isn't already insane? I guess we'll keep pushing down the Explorator field for you. Add 1 physical damage. What do your current arms do? Oh, no. Let's go for the extra physical damage arm, shall we? And then we can also equip the power field generator. And one day we'll get a second power field generator on Mishaps to just turn them into even more of a blasphemy. Okay, that's that done. So we're at 70%. I would like to now go after the Corrupted King. And then, if we've got time, we want to hit the Twilight of the Gods as well. Apparently this mission is hard. Our bonuses are a heavy arc rifle and the refractor field generated for absorb 10 damage. Hey Musqueam, how's it going? Good to see you. Thanks for joining the stream. Primary Medicon captures and locate the possible sarcophagus of Lord Upjow. Enter his tomb and destroy the diseased and insane lord before he can fully awake. So we're going for it. Obviously we're taking the team, 2 rangers, and 1 Ruststalker. Let's go. Skitarii operations of the Tomb of Upjow report probable sarcophagus location. Target reanimation unknown. Upjow is a plague upon Silver Tenebris. His ranting broadcasts have demoralized Skitarii to the point they are barely maintaining a foothold in his tomb. If he wakes fully and becomes an active combatant, the Skitarii will have to fall back. Target profile includes probable flyer virus infection and extreme behavior and predictability. Standard Necron Warform target protocols ineffective. New coursing solutions in progress. So he's going to be like a super flare. If we have a chance to cut out this cancer, then we must take it. Influence excision confirmed as objective. Lord Upjow must die. Release the hounds. So is there a... we killed a Catan Phase Lord, Miss Kozika. That's what you missed. And we killed a boss. Another boss. Is there a Necron Lord Flare unit? Because that's what we're going to be up against. We know where he is, but we don't know what we'll find when we get there. Upjow's mad, and the Flare virus could have turned him into a monster. Mission priorities are speed, target identification, and mental resilience. Upjow likely morale, as well as physical threat. What makes it difficult to fight is also the reason he has to die. I do not relish the fallout from this mission, Magi, but the consequence of letting Upjow live are worse. Possible biological / mechanical fusion requires attack solution recalculation. Recommend fire. I have fire. Since me, fire works on everything. I did indeed kill lots of balls. The Corrupted King. Okay, so it's another long run through... Oh, jeez. Okay. I'm glad I started doing these at 60-odd% because this is going to cut this fine. Okay, we got a vote coming up. Get ready with a vote. I think a flare only tomb world with a flare king, but no model. Okay. It looks almost like a ritual site. Do these things have religion, or could it be a trap? Several human skulls, still bloody and evidently recently removed from their former owners, sit in a circle on the floor. They appear to have been deliberately placed. The passing of the dead must be marked, even here. Pray over the skulls. Suspicious. It must be a trap. Avoid the circle. Scientific. Place a monitoring device near the skulls to see if the flayed ones return to it. I'm going to give you just a few seconds to vote on this. I want to keep things moving. I'd love to finish the game tonight, but we're going to have to rush if we're going to do it before I get too tired to keep playing. So I'm not going to give you a lot of time to vote here. The voting is going to end in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you everybody for voting. The vote result is, it's a tie between option 2 and 3. Oh, well, so we got another vote from Dr. Doctor for vote 1, which doesn't help. So let me roll the dice. And the result is option 2. We're going to go for suspicious. Okay, the cohort skirts around the ring of skulls. In doing so, they feel a weight of unseen oppression lift off them, as if they have left behind something sinister and holy that meant to do them harm. They find the ominous hour for the deliverance they are sure they have just been granted. Okay, let me just get rid of the voting thing, which made the game scroll across the whole screen. Let's go all the way back over here, and let's push deeper into the tomb. Okay, we've got another vote coming up in the next room. So I'll start the vote. High probability trail of the prey. Close in on the quarry. Let the baying commence. The tracks of something huge run through this chamber. Something huge. Leaving gouges in the gore-smeared floor. Whatever it was, it left scraps of torn skin and gobs of shredded muscle tissue in its wake. Do we continue slow and purposeful? Follow the tracks cautiously so as not to alert the target? Do we make haste? Follow the tracks with all speed? Or do we lie in wait? Set up an ambush here in case the target returns this way. 1, 2, or 3. I'll give you a couple seconds, and then I'm going to move on. Again, I don't want us to hang around for too long. I want us to move through this tomb pretty quickly. I'm going to instill a feeling of haste in all of you. But I do love that you're voting. It really is real fun for me, because I don't know what we're going to pick. Okay, I'm going to end the vote very quickly. I'm going to end it in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. It looks like that was a pretty big vote for option 1, so we're going to go slow and purposeful. The cohort moves carefully along the route indicated by the tracks, maintaining stealth as much as possible. They are able to impact some of what remains left, inspect what remains left by the creature. Many from which guitars, augmentations, and gear can be salvaged as the cohort passes by. So it's something huge has me very concerned. Okay, again, the first person to say is the glyph I will pick. We've got 1 or 2. A single port designed for a Necron corrupted creature extrudes from the device. So we've got a spade or a happy man. Tachyon said 2, that's what I'm going to go for first. That got more Necron Awakening, so great pick. Okay, moving on, we've got another glyph. Let's get ready with what glyph you want, 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. Again, first one to say is what we pick. 1, 2, 3, or 4. A container of some sort that seemingly has raw binary seething within. Clearly of Xenos origin, sparks of data leak through the age sealant used to contain the treasure within. Dr. Doctor there with a 1. We're going to go for this one. Cool. We got us some stuff. Nice work. Dr. Doctor with the hash as an option. I like that. Or the pound sign for those of you who are of an older generation like me. Okay, Necron is just pushing up. We've got another vote coming. Possible Upjow. High value target visual reference potential. A relief of a glowering Necron lord looms over the wall of this chamber, visible through the smears of filth and gore that covers so much of the tomb of Upjow. Do we record it? Relay pick grabs of the image to the cases of Mechanicus for study. Do we ransack it? The image suggests the chamber is important, search it for anything of value. Or do we remove it? Take the image off the wall so it can be transported to the Mechanicum. Of course people are going to vote for 3. Why would they not vote for 3? So again, quick vote. It's not going to last for very long. I'm going to end the vote in a couple of seconds. I'm just going to take a sip of tea, which is stone cold at this point. I'm going to keep my voice from drying out. And I'm going to end the vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see what we got. Voting has ended. It's a tie between 1 and 2. What's with all the ties tonight? We've never had so many ties. Okay, but Sorbacle came in with a vote afterwards. I'm going to count it. That's a vote for vote 1. So we're going for record. Visual reference logs. Prior to Flare virus infection, Ubjo's role, potential enforcer of Necron laws. That's another 4 control points. After cleaning off the worst of the filth, the image of the Necron Lord becomes visible along with lesser Necrons submissive at his feet. The Lord carries the implements of punishment, a segmented whip, and a cudgel. Okay, onwards we go. We are almost at the boss. We've got one more vote before we get there. So get ready for the last vote. We may have a vote in the boss stream as well, actually, because we had one last time. Okay, here we go. The crushed and mangled body of a Skitarii lies among the detritus of this chamber. Unlike the other dead encountered in the tombs, it shows no sign of the Gauss blasters of Necron warriors or the blades of the flayed ones. Instead, it looks like it has fallen victim to massive blunt trauma. Do we cremate it, burn the body and put it beyond the use of the flayed ones? Do we perform a funeral rite, pray for the Omnissiah to guide the soul of the unfortunate dead? Or do we examine the corpse for clues about its death? So, the idea that I'm getting from the hints we're getting going through this tomb is that Lord Ubjao is going to be massive, melee-orientated, and use big clubs. And maybe a whip as well. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting from this tomb. But let's end the vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And thank you again, everybody, for voting. I really appreciate it. Makes this so much fun. Okay, option 3 got picked with 5 votes. Evident presence of high-value target. Full reanimation probable. The body was crushed by a huge weight, inconsistent with Necron war forms so encountered in the tomb. In the absence of environmental causes, it is apparent an unknown construct of great size caused the death. Are we up against a war machine? Okay, here we go. It's boss time. I'm a little bit nervous about this boss. I'm intimidated by the tomb. A literal heart of corruption. Lives of Gyarados, 73.60. If it has not a head to sever, cut out the heart. High value target confirmed. Combat capabilities confirmed. Biomechanical structure apparent. Hypothesis. Reference flare virus. Hybrid machines curse bioviral infection. Imperative. Acquire samples. The coursing is complete. The quarry is at bay. Strike for the kill. The chamber is dominated by a hideous sight. A mass of flesh and body parts pulses in the center of the chamber, like a cocoon assembled from the corpses of the tomb's dead. The mass is composed of both fresher Skitarii dead and older, mummified bodies, probably from the vanished settlers of Saint Eckhart's Hope. Okay. He looks a little bit like a Roman centurion. Oh, I hate the tomb, though. Alright, let's have a look at... Oh, no, we've got flares crawling onto the battlefield. And Lord Ekrabus himself. Sorry, Lord Ubjao. Alright. What's the quickest way to get to him? If we come up the steps here, we then have to go around here. Up. Okay, so the...
Thermal signature detected.
Thanks, Takio. The battlefield is a spiral. This area here is dead to us. So we basically just want everyone on this row here. So crash test. With Toasted. With Mishaps. With GPVR 86, with Trog, and I'm gonna bring. We want to bring 2 Rangers with me now. I think I do. We're gonna bring 2 Rangers with us right from the start as well. All right, let's go. Now the first thing I want to do is have a look at Ubjao. So he's got a big claw, and he's wrapped in skin. It also looks like he's slipping us off like the other Lord was. And he's got a leather cloak, we'll call it. Okay. We are dealing with a lot of flayed ones. I'm not really that scared of flayed ones. At least, there's nowhere to get cognition points on this battlefield, though. Let's, looks like we don't have range on this guy. Oh, no, Crash Test can't shoot him. That's fair. Let's delay Crash Test turn. Many-headed mishaps can run up and actually harvest a bunch of cognition points from this guy. So we will do that. Where is all this leather coming from? Well, it did mention the residents of St. Eckhart's. So they would have been unmodified humans. Thanks for the cognition points, friends. Yeah, there was a civilian population. And it did get referenced. Ooh, blood protocol. So every time we kill something, he gets +4 max HP. Well, what is your XP? Your HP? Okay, that's nothing. I don't really care. That's not going to bother me that much. I'm honestly tempted to just keep moving mishaps forward and just run down the boss with mishaps. I mean, I could get mishaps. I could get mishaps to the boss this turn. I think I'm going to go for it. What you gonna do when mishaps comes for you, Lord Abjao? I don't even need to get into close combat with them. The Night Lords really set a fashion standard. They really do, don't they? I will get in close combat with him just in case he moves, but I don't need to. But then again, I could activate the power field generator from here. Complains bosses don't last long enough. Bullies bosses. Okay, we'll activate the power field generator for +3 physical damage. Then we're going to use the Blessings of the Sire for 6 cognition points. The rest of the team are still on the starting line. Alright, then we're going to flamethrower him. No, we're going to use Cognition of Freedom. And then we're going to flamethrower him. And then we're going to flamethrower him again. Yes, exactly what happens, Tachyon. Okay, so he took 20 damage there and he's on fire. And that's the end of Mishaps' first turn. Alright, Skitaria Ranger, go, go, go. Toasted Waffles, let's... Oh, you know what Toasted Waffles can do? We can reinforcements a Rust Stalker up right next to the boss. And then we can give it the buff. And if... what is there a range on this? I'm not going to spend a... no, we're going to leave it. He just ran in. Oh, God. By the Omnisire. By the Omnisire. 6 damage from the Rust Stalker. Very nice. He's down to 15 HP. GPVR 86. Gonna run it. Nothing else they can do this turn. This Skitaria Ranger. I'm gonna delay them because I don't want them to block that route through. Trog's up. Trog's gonna run it. And then Trog's gonna fill my my gauge back up. Thanks, Trog. And that's your turn. Okay, Ubjaw's got his first turn.
Without counting, I have slumbered, and the nightmares did not end.
That sounds awful. I feel really bad for you. Can you take your turn? Or are we just going to see you point at my guy a couple more times? Hello? Lord Ubjaw? There we go. Yeah, so this is his gimmick. He'll summon loads and loads of flares to get more health from the flares. He just wasn't expecting mishaps to show up. 5 damage is not bad. Alright, Crash. You could kill all of these right now, but that would actually heal him. So I don't want to do that. We'll just keep moving forward. Now I could get Crash Test all the way up, but Mishaps is going to win it on their next turn. So I'm not going to bother. So now it's, yeah, in fact, it's kind of sad. He should indeed be one-shotting that Rust Stalker. He's a Necron Lord. He's a Necron Flayed One Lord. He should be... a melee monster. But instead he's going to be taught a lesson from the real melee monster that is Many-Headed Mishaps. Let's go in with the old axe first of all. Just to show him how we really feel about him. But then we're going to finish him off with what he needs to be finished off with. Which is a flamethrower to the face. And that's it. Mission complete. Or is it going to make us kill all the flesh stalkers? Nope. Not going to eliminate it. Okay, we're going to do it then. We're going to fight the last boss of the game. Which I think is all of the bosses at once, and we may die. But we've got time left in the stream, so I'm going to do it. The hulking horror that is Lord... Thank you, Takeo. Never mind the Necron Lord's Parella. The Catan that we killed should also be laughing at our team, and we absolutely dummied it. The hulking horror that is Lord Upjoe collapses to the ground in a mass of torn flesh and ruptured metal. The fusion of biological and mechanical parts prevents the remains from teleporting away in their entirety, leaving many gory chunks of Upjoe's structure oozing on the floor. The cohort can recover these after they have given the Omnissiah thanks for them prevail against such a monstrosity. Yes, the entire team is indeed just support for Crash and Mishaps. Kill confirmed. Unmaking concluded. At great cost. Look, there is a time limit, Doctor. And I am like in the time limit. At great cost. None who witness Lord Upjoe will be the same. Even mind your revolt struggle to contain the disgust and dread at such a sight. I wonder if the original plan was to have a unique model for him. Something a lot more grotesque than what he turned out to be. Bodies heal, minds heal. Lord Upjoe remains dead. Time is on our side. The tomb of Upjoe is still a moral threat, but with Upjoe gone, it will not continue to get worse. We may yet hold it, Captrix. We may yet be victorious on Silver Tenebris. Concept of victories depend on high-level target eliminations. There'll be more calls to the chase. The hunt is not yet finished. Okay. Time for the final push. I killed one... Damn. Talk about an assassination. Now, we did get our hands on the heavy arc rifle, which is interesting, but what I don't like about the heavy arc rifle, or all the arc weapons, is that damage range. 1-212 is just way too variant for me. For me to make it worth me using, sadly. I'm just not interested. Okay. I'm just going to see if there's anything interesting here. What gun is that? Plasma Caliber. I mean, there's the stuff like the better Curatio Claw. Skitarii Rangers level 3 is kind of cool. Vanguard level 3 is kind of cool. But honestly... Oh, interesting. The guys that I've killed no longer show up here. They were all here before. Yes, I get the... You can get their equivalent of Dreadnoughts. So, there's still actually 2 more boss missions to complete. I wonder if this kicks off no matter what at the end of the campaign. This Twilight of the Gods mission, and then however many bosses you haven't completed will appear here, because the bosses we killed this stream were appearing in the enemy list for this mission earlier on. Arc rifles when everyone used them. Fair enough, Salty. I can see that being good actually if you just all pew-pewing away with them. Is there anything else I want to grab? Yeah, they got the big red robots that look like a little bit like the original Lost in Space. I mean, level 3 Skitarii Rangers might be pretty cool. But I also kind of want to finish this. I kind of want to be done. Do I just go for it? Okay, here's what we'll do. We'll save the game, and if this is impossible, we'll come back to it. We'll just make a new save. New save. Do we boss rush? And I think I'm just gonna go for it because I've got another game. I've really enjoyed Mechanicus, but I feel like we've done everything we can with it. Like I feel like we've broken it pretty heavily, and there's not much more to get out of it. I'm gonna spend our remaining points on just making Mishaps more insane. Let's go for machine. Oh, do I not have enough points? It's 572. I don't have enough points to level Mishaps up. Well, we'll hold on to the points then. Saving is obligatory. Ooh, triple boss fight. Danger, tech priest. Yes. Danger. Well, I can't remember what he sounded like. Okay, we're setting in the team, obviously. We're going with 2 Rangers and a Ruststalker. We've got the Mechanicals. We know what we're doing. Let's do this. Leviston's 9, 22. Knowledge will ever be a blessing and a curse. We have uncovered the tomb of this world's overlord, and it will soon be awake. It seems there's but one course of action open to us. Haste equals no, Lector Dogmatis. Tomb of Sezgun equals great potential. Yeah, it's definitely going to take Crash and Mishaps. Enough. Videx is right. I return equal parts determination and horror at the knowledge that Overlord Sezgun lies within. If there is anything I have learned at the altar of the Omnissiah, it is that this Xenos must die. Statement acceptance, if that is your will, Magos. My will does not matter. It is the will of the Omnissiah. Let's see if this is a big dungeon or not. It's either going to be a really big dungeon or just one room. Sezgun is a catalyst, Magos. As he stirred in his sleep, so the Necrons began to awake. Now he has risen. Every Necron on this damned planet is climbing out of its sarcophagus. That is why it has to be done now. High-value target profile fragmentary. Overlord Sezgun capabilities unknown. Reanimation probable. Xenos weaponry probable. Extreme combat capability probable. I expect Sezgun to be more than equal to anything we have faced on this world, but it would be of gravest dereliction of my duty if we left this world with the Overlord alive. Hunt solution calculated. Speed, fury, faith. Code Venator Omega. It is all my Skitarii can do to keep a foothold in the tomb. We can get your cohort inside, but that's it. If the will of Mars is with us, that is all we will need. The hounds hunger. The spear yearns. The hunt is on. Okay. It is a long dungeon. Not that long. Okay. I'm going to have a few more votes then, everybody. The image of Overlord Sezgun looms huge in the noosphere, as if his physical form has a corresponding information halo that infects the very information in the air. The dread and disorientation this causes threatens to degrade the cohort's battlefield effectiveness. Do we sacrifice? Have the cohort enact a painful self-flagellation ritual to purify their minds through pain? Do we scorn? Counter Sezgun's appearance with data prayers broadcast into the noosphere? Or do we perform sacredness? Have the cohort perform a prayer session to steel their minds against Sezgun's presence? Mishaps has voted for sacrifice. I understand there may be voting fatigue, so if we don't get a lot of votes... Oh no, people are voting. Okay. People are voting. It's fine. I was worried people would be a bit tired of voting. I love that you guys vote. It's so cool. It's like my favorite thing about these streams is getting you involved in them. Okay, I'm going to end the vote really quickly because we need to get moving. So I'm ending the vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The vote, option 3 wins with 6 votes. We're going for sacredness. Oh, nice. Though the terrifying image of Sezgun is undimmed, the cohort are at least able to focus their minds through prayer enough to concentrate on the mission ahead. What's up, Mishaps? We wait for option descriptions. Cool. What's up, Mishaps? Why are you saying, what have I missed? What have I got wrong? Student names of voting should be over by the time you start counting down. Awesome.
Ambition for such a young and insignificant race. Like insects with pretensions to build palaces from dirt. What do you think you will do with your weak, fleshly bodies and your fanatical devotion to gods that never were?
Nice, Gozuka.
Imagine you will make.
I was going to let him speak because, you know, this is the last thing he's really ever going to get to say. So I figured I'd give him the opportunity to make the use of that time. Because I'm going to shut him up forever pretty soon. The voice of Overlord Sezgun booms from every voxcaster and comlink in the tomb, creating a deafening crescendo that is nonetheless undistorted and clear. You're right, that is a huge, huge insult to call them weak, fleshy bodies. Are you seriously? Weak, fleshy bodies? There's no flesh, especially on some of our cohort. Okay. Destiny. We will build an imperium that will never fall. Perfection. We will advance the human race to a species as perfect as the machine, or dominance. We will exterminate all Xenos and rule as the sole lords of the galaxy. Well, these are all terrible. These are like my level of clapbacks, if I'm being completely honest. But what are we going for? Destiny, perfection, or dominance? Oh, I love seeing the vote slide in. It's so cool. You're really making my day, everybody. You're making my week, actually. This has been such a fun stream. I'm having such a great time. Thank you all so much for voting. Okay, I'm going to warn you now that I'm about to end the vote. And I'll wait. I think the delay is 20 seconds. So I'm going to hold for 20 seconds, and then I'm going to do the countdown. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looks like a lot of people want to go for option 2. Yeah, perfection.
What do you know of the machine? Your terror
Perella.
has left you enthralled to decay and ignorance. The rusted hulk of Mars is a monument not to the machine, but to your own slow death. The Necrons have attained the perfection you seek, and will ascend to heights still greater when you have all died.
You know what he's not wrong. You're right, Miss Abs. What's happened here is I used to be able to set the stream delay when I went live, but because I'm streaming a different way now, I can't do that. So I just need to remember to set the stream delay when I configure the stream on YouTube, and we won't have to worry about because I don't need a stream delay. I'm not streaming live, like I'm not streaming multiplayer, so I'll just fix that for next time. Oof, Necron initiative increased. I don't think there was a way out of that. Okay, we've got 2 glyphs, so remember it's the first person to post that we go with that we pick the glyph for. It's not like we're jealous or anything. Warning, our presence has been detected. You haven't even seen it yet, Doctor and Mishaps. Many female ports cover the outer shell of this Necron portal. I'm not taking your votes. You're too fast. So we've got a 1, a 2, and a 3. But we're not accepting Mishaps or Doctor's first votes. If they vote again, it's fine, but not their first votes. Okay, Perella's gone for vote 3. Many female... Okay, so we took 4 damage on the Ruststalker for that option. Let's try again on the next one. Okay, 1, 2, or 3. But the 3's green. Tier 1 battlecruiser hull symbol. I don't like the Ruststalker. Perella 1. Okay, Perella got there first again. Everyone else is going for 3, though. Ooh, I'm really tempted to go 3 because everyone's voting 3. I'm going to go against my rules. I'm going to break my rules and vote for 3. They got healed. We healed the Ruststalker. Okay, 2 more votes and we're at the boss. Hypothesis: Council Chamber Audience Hall. The magnificence of the Tomb of Ceresgorn reaches a crescendo in this chamber, where the walls are encrusted with statues of Necron lords, each with eyes glowing with some inner power. Concentric rings of hieroglyphics cover the floor. Smash! Do as much damage to the chamber as possible. The Necron's monuments to themselves must be toppled. Search. Examine the chamber for useful resources or intelligence. Sanctify. Pray here, to counteract the unholiness of such alien splendor. I'll try and give you enough time to get the vote in. Again, I'm going to drink some of my freezing cold tea. It's starting to taste really nasty. We've got 1 more vote after this, okay? So if you're getting the voting fatigue, there's only 1 more after this, and your votes are so much fun. You're making me so happy by getting involved in voting. I really appreciate it. All right, here we go. I'm going to end the vote in a couple seconds, but I'm still giving you time to react. Just checking the dog. She's all burritoed up. Okay, here we go. Looks like the vote is going for option 3 with 5 votes. Sanctify.
Such strange innocence to seek safety in prayer. Such debasement to clothe such fanes in faith.
I feel like he'd have a clapback for no matter what you picked here. He'd be like, oh, look at you little children smashing everything. Feels so... Oh, you got 2 of my cognition points. Alright, whatever. He's like every badly written D&D villain I've ever run. Oh, I knew all along that you were coming. Ha!
Every moment I learn more about you, the more I understand how to hate. This rage, this disgust that you feel at everything different from yourselves. That is what I feel for you. What quality.
Oh, jeez, he really likes the sound of his own voice.
That makes you deserving of anything but extinction.
Okay, last vote. God, it takes a long time. The words of the source again transmit to every soul in and around his tomb. Intrusive thoughts that seem to originate from the thinker's own brain. Ambition, the determination to conquer the stars. Piety, our unshakable piety and faith, or piety, sorry. Steadfastness, our resilience in the face of constant threats of extinction. Typical of Mechanicus Necrons, yeah. So ambition, piety, or steadfastness. Breakfast in with the first vote. Other votes are flying in. I think this will be the last vote of the campaign. To be fair, if I had a bunch of settings and sliders, or even better, fun little dials to configure my voice how I wanted, I'd probably like it more too. Fair enough. One thing I find really interesting in this game is that the Necrons speak English, but the Mechanicus, we don't understand them. We have to read the text. I just find it really interesting as a thing, like that it's there. I've really enjoyed this game. I'm a bit worried that we can't take 3 bosses at once. Voice training the actual possible way kind of sucks. Yeah, I've got friends who have voice trained and are voice training, and they tell me that it really sucks. Okay, I'm gonna end the vote. I wonder if this game plays Orc Mechs raiding an Admech Forge. Well, that would be a lot of fun, especially if you just start to like put things together to get them to work. It's a tie between options 2 and 3. So we're gonna roll the dice. And it is option 3. We're going for steadfastness. Our resilience in the face of constant threats of extinction.
How can you understand your own extinction when you are as children with barely a few thousand years?
I think the Imperium has more than a few thousand years. Well, humanity has more than a few thousand years.
The threats that bear down on you even now. When your light is snuffed out, it will be as if you never existed.
So Mirage, you're saying they're like, oh, bonjour, je veux jouer, le petit baguette, mon ami. Oh, no, I'm getting tired, which is why I'm getting weird. Let me give it a universal explanation. The Necrons have less voice lines, so they don't cost as much to record. -2 hit points on everybody. Okay, boss time. Here we go. Let's see if I can cheat my way through this one. Oh, everyone kind of disappeared there. I can feel it, Magos. The unholiness of this place. The corruptive heart of Silver Tenebris. Run analysis interrupt. Newest fear, infection, corruption, contamination, speculation, hatred, inhumanity, given form. There are not words enough in all the scripture I have stored to prepare us for this. High value target confirmed.
Magos Fastis, I see you cannot come in person. No matter.
Oh, he called us out by name.
Are dead. I shall deal with you next. Nothing is beyond my reach. Certainly not you.
Spooky. Overlord Sigaron, yours shall be the fate of all Xenos. Extinction at the hands of a species you underestimated. You have tried to break our spirit, but you failed. Now it is our turn.
I will show you what it means to know fear. And stare
You are noseless. Noseless forever. And we will show you what happens when you cross swords with humankind. Here we go. Can I do this? I'm guessing the other bosses would be here. Oh, that's a cool model. There's a lot of talk for someone with no energy resistance. Yeah, there would have been more bosses on show. So I'm guessing we have to kill all the bosses and then he appears. But there are only 2 bosses on show right now. So we have to deal with...
Thermal signature detected.
Nice Tachyon. Grand Architect Neftusk, who is maybe a super sniper. And we have to deal with Vizier Mlob. And there's the sarcophagus of Zerzgon. So this should be pretty interesting.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
I don't know what you're talking about, Miss Abs. Okay, no, he's linked to these pillars. So I wonder what they're all about. Let's bring everyone over to the right-hand side, I think. Let's go. I'm not going to bring anyone in because we have no cognition points. Now, there are cognition point pillars on this map, which is great.
What right have you to tread this planet?
Okay. So they're both going to give us a little bit of blabber. I do like his model a lot.
Your manner of warfare is intriguing.
Oh, we found the their version of a Mechanicus person. He looks cool. Oh, is he stealing cognition points from us? Because that's not cool. That's very uncool. Alright, what is this thing and can I hurt it? It doesn't look like I can do anything to it. Oh, I can attack it. Well, let's shoot it. 36 health. Is it actually worth trying to kill it? How much health do you have? 37. Whoa. 15 resistance? So I bet you destroying these will wreck his resistance. Oh, the dog just got up. Bad timing, Tully. Give me a second. I should just sort the dog out. I'll be 1 second. I'm not going to mute the mic, so you'll hear me making noises in the background. Do you want to go to bed, or do you want to go outside? Yeah, she just wanted to go to her other bed, so she sorted. Priority target is definitely the cog thief, but we're gonna wait for them to get close to us, so we're gonna smash this down. We'll cog freedom, and we will shoot this, and then we will do a overcharge condition. Crash test next. I'm going to send Crash Test after the Cog Thief. We're just going to go... Where is the Cog Thief? There he is there. Can I get a shot? The stairs mean I can't get a shot on him, unfortunately. That's a little bit frustrating. I think I want to finish Crash Test's turn here for the moment. And we'll just start shooting at this. So these things have a lot of health. And then we will fire the culvert at it. Oh, I need to... I messed up a little bit there, didn't I? That's okay. We'll just reveal the stats on this guy, and he can't resist the damage from this either. Okay. Oh, do you get censored, Tachyon? Oh no. Okay, let's bring GPV 86 to here. And we will cog freedom and shoot this with the Gauss. And then we will... Can I harvest cog points from it? Ha! I can. Oh, okay, this got stupid. I can just have someone stay back here and steal cognition points from these things. That's pretty insane. Okay, and then we'll just move you up to here. Okay, that's going to be powerful. I think we're going to try and misuse that as much as possible. Yeah, we're not going to struggle for cognition points on this map. It's not going to be like the last few we did. Oh, I also want to heal everybody. Exterminate the Xenos. Oh, because you used... Probably because you used Exterminate. Alright. Now it's Toasted Waffle's turn. I want to get Toasted to help. Well, we'll kill this one first. But I'm going to put Toasted here. And we'll cog Freedom. And we'll drop in the Volkite Blaster, which hopefully will kill this. I think it was... Is there a black backdrop? 10 damage! Okay, I get the gimmick. You don't have to do damage. I was assuming you'd have to do... it would remove his resistance. But no, you just have to destroy these things. Okay, that's easy. And then we'll summon... what do I want to bring in here? Do I want to bring in a Ruststalker or a Ranger? I think I'm going to go with a Ruststalker to start with. Because he gets more powerful the longer he's on the battlefield. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I'm going to give him them. Is it a Minecraft Dragon fight? It's basically the Minecraft Dragon fight, yeah. That was a low roll. Okay, finally Mishaps is live. Mishaps has one mission. Kill the guy who steals cognition points. But I don't want to use any of my canticles yet. There's not much Mishaps can really do right now. Unfortunately. This is this turn. Oh, physical attacks, okay. Yeah, there's not much Mishaps can do right now, but next turn is going to be big. Not summoning any Rangers yet. Alright, let's bring Trog. I'm going to just focus down these things as much as possible, I think. So I'm going to bring Trog to here. I'll get them to shoot their Gauss Gamma at this. Nice 6 damage. And then we'll shoot the Blast Pistol as well. How much health does it have left? 16 health. We may as well move up. And what I'll do is I'll hit it with this to regain the cognition points. And then I can just hit it with my axe for 1. Nice. We have to kill three more of these to kill the Grand Architect.
I see the architecture of fate. I see your deaths written in stone. All the galaxy is laid out before us.
Uh-huh.
And in it,
I've heard it several times now from people who I've killed, so it doesn't really mean much anymore. I appreciate you trying, though. Why? It is a little cute little cartoon heart. Yes, it... He's like a centaur. Alright, Crash is up. The guy I want to shoot with Crash hasn't moved yet. But we could swing by here, grab 2 cognition points. I don't know what his health is like. I don't have a shot from here, but I do have a shot from... I mean, it doesn't really matter. We could move here, actually, so we can go up here next turn. Having Crash Test sitting next to this would be very powerful. Alright, let's go nuts, I think. We'll hit him with a Culverin this turn. See what we can get out of it. This isn't a full stacked turn because I don't want to use my my special abilities yet, but okay, I have no idea how much damage I did because it hasn't been scanned yet. But that'll do for a start. Okay, GPVR 86. I think we need to do a little bit of a retreat from this guy and focus on this. But you don't have Cognition Freedom this turn. I'm going to delay your turn for the moment. Toasted can get in and attack. We'll start with the Mechadendrite, get the Cognition points. Then we'll fire the Gauss Gamma. Oh, we'll just fire the Volkite. Nice critical for 8 damage. Now, there's nothing else you can do right now, so let's end your turn. Can the Ruststalker finish it? Yes, they can. Alright, that's another 10 damage on him. Yeah. So he's down to 16 health. Okay, Mishaps is up. Now, mishaps, unfortunately, I like to mess around with cannon. I don't really... Where's the next? There's one here. And there's one there. Is that all that's left? So, well, you know what we can do is we can set him on fire and acid into him. Even with all of his resistances, I think those will still hurt him. We'd have to get into melee with him, though. That would give me one flamethrower. No, that would give me a flamethrower and an axe on him. And it would hit the thing behind him. Yeah, let's do that. And that's without using thingy. So we hit him with this. We hit him with this. This is at 4. Then we cog freedom. Then I could flamethrower him and axe him. But I can't use anything else. So that actually, it went over his resistance as well. Interesting. Because he has armor. But that just ignored the armor. So the other flamethrower could just kill him this turn. But I don't think I need to rush that hard. I don't think this will do any damage, but it should put acid on him. Yes, it did put acid on him. Good. Okay. Mishaps has done their job. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to run Mishaps to here. And grab these cog points. And if only I had one more cognition point, I could Incenda and Combuster him. But I don't have that last cognition, that last point, unfortunately. Alright, what do you do?
You still possess vessels of flesh. So
I like his voice actor.
primitive, so exceptionally fragile.
Okay. So he's just stealing my cognition points. Is he doing anything else? And he's got a tickle beam. Okay, I'm not too worried about his tickle beam. What can you do for me, GPVR 86? You could do an ignore armor shot with a Gauss Gamma pistol, but you don't have the points for it. I think I'm just going to end your turn for now. I'm going to start calling in the Rangers. Okay, Trog's up first. I think we're just going to move Trog up to here. And grab some more points from another one. So we'll grab the cognition points from here. And that's all they can really do on their turn. Unless there's a way that I can get them. You know what? I think if I move Trog to here, I can fire the Gauss Gamma, which won't kill him. But if we do 6 damage, then he will die. Oh, he's going to survive. He's going to take 2 damage from the fire, 1 damage from the acid, and have 1 health left, which is really annoying.
For us, the galaxy is made anew. For you, it is ending.
Uh-huh. 4 damage. Really? That's what you've got. I do almost that much passively. Okay, I'm going to put you up here, Crash. Do you have a shot? Yes, you do. Let's get this guy's stats. Our comments, what comments aren't showing up on my feed? I can see that comment, Frixia. Oh, he's like a Scarab got made Lord. I was just missing them for some reason. Yes, they didn't show up. That's weird. No, I think they got pushed off. You see your death, stop lying. He's like a Scarab got made Lord. Mellow will burn. Nice to that flesh. I was just sorry. I got too invested in the game there. It's because I'm getting tired. My ability to multitask definitely goes down as the stream goes on. I'm very aware of that. But we'll hit this guy up with the old Culverin for 6 damage. And that's all we can do with this turn with Mishaps, with Crash Test. GPVR 86, again, doesn't have enough points to use the weapon I want them to use. So we'll delay their turn for now. I can give me a disabling shot on him, which stops him from being able to use his weapon, and then you can shoot him, which might not do any damage, but it charges your Machine Lord. Yeah, exactly, Mishaps. 4 damage, the pain, the horror. Okay, end turn. Now we've got Toasted, who's really out of position. So I think I'm just going to spend that cognition point I have to run Toasted forward. 10-second delay on his stream to tube. Ouch, Tachyon. Yeah, I will fix that next time. Why is he not moving? Okay. It's because I changed the setting and I can't change it during the stream, but I'll make sure to fix it for the next stream. I'm sorry that there's a delay. Okay, Mishaps is back. This guy is dead on his next turn, but do we think we can get through with the axe? Probably not. I'd love to be able to, for him not to get another turn, that's the thing. There's no way I can kill the pillar this turn. I don't want to get the flamethrowers active either, and I've used all the cognition points that are available to me this turn. The thing is, I don't have enough cog points to flamer him. And if I do flamer him, that means I've used one of my Mechanicals I want to keep for finding the last boss. Ah, screw it. We'll just flamer him out of the game. Now, I want to do what I always do, and I'm just gonna play it by ear. Are you dead? Why did he not die? He still has 1 hit point. That doesn't make sense. He should not have survived that. Will he not die until all the pillars are destroyed? His armor worked that time. Ah, okay. His armor worked. He'll burn out, it's fine. Okay, we'll just have to wait for the burn damage. I'm gonna move Mishaps up ready for the boss. Look, I wonder where the boss will appear. There's a spot for him right here. Mishaps is waiting for him. Now he's had his gun disabled.
How did you interface primates? Even master space.
Now that's an insult. Mid-phase primates? How dare you, sir? I liked you when you first spawned in here. You seemed interesting. Have fun not being able to shoot this turn. Okay, GPVR 86. Let's get you moving forward. You've been hiding in the back for too long. So he should burn out. I should have left GPVR 86. No, because you're adjacent. You can take the 2. Yeah, good. I'm going to call in the other ranger now as well. Trog is alive with a cognition as well. Let's just kill this guy so that we know he's dead. So like he's just out of the picture. Okay, he's down. Defeated Neftusk. As a side thing, really. And we'll just move everybody forward and start beating on the other boss, who I don't have line of sight on from here. I'm not going to spend a cognition point to do a light shot on him. 220 rounds, 2,200 rounds a minute. That's very different from what I originally read, which was 2,200. Wow, that's a lot. Okay, there goes his armor. I'm actually going to move you forward, and then I'm going to get you to data spike him, and then I'm going to get you to knock him down the stairs. And then we can shoot him with the Phosphor Blaster as well. And then we'll move you back to reclaim the cog points next turn. Good work. GPVR 86. Let's bring you up to here, I guess. And let's just top everybody's... I'm going to top up the health of all of the troops, I think. No, I'm going to hold on to this. Let's not do that. Let's just do a Distant Prayers on Mishaps, who's taking a little bit too much damage. Yeah, it's probably going to... You might fire 2,200 rounds a second, a minute, but how many rounds does it actually have in the magazine? That's the big question. Do you have a shot from here? You do. Just take the shot then. No, you don't have a shot from here. Come around here and take the shot. Two damage, nice. Who's up next? Oh, it's Toasted Waffles. Toasted doesn't have range from here, which is sad. But I do have Cog Freedom. Oh no, Toasted probably does have range, but because of Cog Freedom, I can't check that. I should actually put them here, but we can move them there in a second. Let's Cog Freedom. And then we should have range with a Culverin. Yeah, nice. Nice big crit for 8 damage. That's all they've got this turn. You're just going to have to run. Trajan will steal the light bulb, yeah. 36, but a 60% chance not to consume ammo. Okay, that is pretty stupid. So the magazine lasts 3 seconds. Almost 3 seconds. I almost don't want to do this, but I don't want him to be alive for the boss, so we're just going to stab. I don't want him to live another turn, basically. So I'm just going to get mishaps to kill him. Oh, so these don't count as melee attacks, which is even better. Okay, we'll just try an axe and see how that goes. 8. So he's on 8 health, and I've got... Oh, but I don't want him to take another turn. But I don't want to flamethrower him either. Yeah, I think we're just going to hold. We're going to hold, and I'll kill him with the... I'll let him have one more... Oh, he's going to take all of my cog points, though. Then there's no point in holding back. If he's going to take all of my cog points, I will flamethrower him. And he dead. Alright, boss time. Oh, we lose all of our cog points. Oh no, that was him using the flamethrower, duh. Here he comes. I was not expecting that to happen. Oh. Oh, nice. Mid-primate. High heat. Okay. Eliminate the High Overlord. Now, unfortunately, Mishaps' turn is, like, still active, but their turn is also over. They don't go to the end of the room, but whatever. We'll disable any ranged weapons that he has with the Skitaria Ranger. 123 hit points. Very interesting number. 1, 2, 3. Hit him with a Galvanic Rifle. And then we'll pull back.
Your fate was decided thousands of years ago, yet still you fight. What fury there is in your ignorance.
We'll see what you have to say about that at the end of this fight. He didn't actually do anything there, he just spoke. That was his whole turn. Making a speech.
Is this how you hope to destroy us, Faustinius? With tricks and critics?
Yes, that's exactly what we plan to do. So many tricks. What are you gonna do? Hit us with your big axe? Oh, okay, you're gonna teleport. A whole 4 damage. That is disappointing. That is very disappointing. I'm actually going to delay everybody until Mishaps has taken a turn here. And the reason for that is the flamethrowers. I don't want to catch any of my team in the blowback from the flamethrowers. These guys can act. That's totally fine for them to act. Although I don't know if they get a shot. I get a shot from here. And then disable any ranged weapons he has. And then shoot him. Again, we're delaying for Mishaps, but not on our troops. Doesn't matter what they do. Okay, Mishaps is live. Mishaps is active. So first things first, we're going to go activate the power field generator. Okay. Then we're going to go activate Cognition Freedom. Then we're going to activate Flamethrower number 1, which is at Machine Spirit levels. 13 damage. Burn applied. Now that's left us with just enough to hit him with the axe. And then we can hit him with one of our Mechadendrites. Oh, they're still on cooldown. Okay. I'm going to have to use one of our Mechanicals. I'll use the one that heals everybody. Let's use the monologue with no actions. The ranger disables melee too. Does it? Okay. That does explain it then. Thank you, Mac One Knight. And it is... And then I'm guessing he's going to move on his turn. He's going to teleport to someone, so I'm going to move Mishaps just away from him slightly so that I can move them out if I need to. Why am I fully healed with 17 HP? Because I swapped out your hands for a different pair of hands that permanently give you +1 melee damage. +1 physical damage. Why do you need a scythe? Are you a farmer? He's a farmer of souls, or so he would like to think he is. Do I not have a shot with this ranger? That's really annoying. Yeah, I swapped them. I didn't cut them off, I just swapped them for a better model. Uh-huh. I mean, I'm not the one taking on fire and on acid right now. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, so it does disable his melee. That's hilarious. Where do I want to put Trog? Well, Trog actually has a couple of tricks up their sleeve this turn. Mostly it's just going to be Axe and Mechadendrite, actually. Looking at what my options are. So we will Mechadendrite. And then we will Axe. Yeah, exactly. Using farm equipment. Seriously. Tragic, honestly. And then we'll move out of melee with him. And we will Servo Skull one of these back here. We'll probably strive for this fight to bring one tech breach to the bunch of Scutari to deny the boss able to do anything. Probably. Alright. Let's knock you back so I can do stuff to you. Thank you. And then we're going to Cog Freedom. That's weird. The button didn't appear. I got really confused there. And then we're going to shoot you with the Plasma Culverin. And then... I didn't use my energy enhancers. We'll save them for next turn then. We will hold doing anything else this turn with Crash. Necron Lord thinking 40 damage, no weapons available, dot by one dude. I've never... Yeah. I've seen so much... Never seen this since the War in Heaven. GPVR 86 can grab 2 cognition points from back here. He's down to 62. I've done half of his health in one turn. So he's not super healthy right now. Do you have a shot from here? No. Not from here. Unfortunately. I don't want to spend another... actually, the Doctor has 2 Mechadendrites. So I could move to here, shoot him, and then finish him off. Yeah, I've still got 1 step. So we'll shoot him with the Gauss Gamma. I love how GP486 is the Doctor. Move in. Mechadendrite. Mechadendrite. I also could have called Freedom there and I didn't, which is stupid of me. Then we'll hit him with the Axe. And then that's the end of their turn. I could deploy the Refractor Field Generator, but I'm not going to. Toasted Waffles is next. I could bring Toasted to here, actually. Toasted hasn't got Cog Freedom. So what I will do is I will remember to put this on the Ruststalker so it has more damage. I'm going to move Toasted to here. We're going to Mechadendrite him for more Cog points. And then we're going to hit him with the Zenorite Axe. And he's down to 47 hit points. Target shoot for 6 seconds plus 2 damage plus 50% crit chance. I'm not really that interested in that. Let's just end that turn there. Alright, where's he going to go? Where's he going to teleport to? I'm getting a bit bored of Eustace Aragon. You're waxing poetic far too much. Oh look, you teleported 1 square. Okay, you do area effect attacks. That's a little bit more impressive. You've got Cleave. That's a good ability. Cleave's a nice one to see on an enemy. Quite like that. Okay, I'm going to shoot you with this. Then I'm going to shoot you with this. Then I'm going to step into close combat with you. And I'm going to hit you with my axe. And now it appears that you do not cause opportunity attacks, so I'm going to step away from you. And I'm going to activate Overcharge Cognition to refill the Cognition gauge. Okay, who's next? Next up is Crash Test. So what we're going to do with Crash is we're going to activate the Energy Enhancer. Oh no, we can't do this. We're going to delay your turn. I have to move some people out of combat first. GBVR86 is going to hit with the axe. Then they're going to step back to here. They're going to activate Cognition Freedom. They're going to shoot the Gauss Gamma at you. I'm not going to spend 2 Cognition, but actually 4 to 6 damage is nice. Cool, and then we're just going to put them out of the way and end their turn. This Skitarii Ranger will move to here and take a shot. 3 damage is nice. Mishaps is now back online. I could go for another flamethrower turn. How much health does he have left? 15 health. We could kill him with a flamethrower turn here. But actually aiming the flamethrowers will be very difficult. Wait, this isn't Mishaps. This is Toasted Waffles. What am I talking about? We'll just hit you with the axe with Toasted Waffles. He is now down to 9 hit points. Let's step back with Toasted. And we'll shoot him with the Gauss Gamma. He's so close to death. And then what I'm going to do, actually, is I'm going to use my Blessing of the Omnissiah. And I'm going to give a command fire. Only one person's going to get the command fire. Let's see if a Skitarii Ranger can kill him. Skitarii Ranger kills the Necron Lord. Take that, superior being. Defeat Saragon before the final countdown. Okay, so this mission does ping when you run out of time. That's it. Mission complete. Overlord Saragon collapses. Raw data spilling from his Disruption War form. The information howl that goes up from the tombs of Silpeth Nebris is an awful death wail of utter abandonment. Ranger promoted to tech priest that day, yeah, pretty much. Many reports from the planet are mentioning Necron squads are locking down into guard protocols. That makes little strategic sense. It appears they are not able to think on their own, so Zeragon and his lords must have been delegating orders all this time. It is done, brothers. The threat has been ascertained and neutralized. My neurovotes overflow with relief and exultation. Mission complete. By the throne of Mars, I never thought I could witness such a thing. The scriptures are true. There are horrors in this galaxy that only faith in steel can overcome, and that we should be grateful we never fully understand. Statement disagreement. There will be others like Zeragon. Possibility worse. Glean every datum. Never be unprepared again. Enough. Our work on this planet is done. The Adeptus Mechanicus can decide what to be done with Silver Tenebris now. I wish to return to Mars. I wish to rest. Rest and pray, Magos. Study data recovered. Secrets still to be uncovered. Imperative. Always learn. Always seek. Never rest. These are matters for the future. For now, let us return. Prep the cases Metallican for warp transit. Consecrate the dead. Comfort the wounded. And leave this accursed world. Complete the game on hard.
The Overlord of Silver Tenebris has fallen. The threat to the Imperium dies with it, if indeed it was ever truly alive. My cogitators whirl with exultation.
Good point, Takio, and I'll do that.
Containment overflows, and I register savage joy for the first time on this mission. With the loss of their guiding intelligence, the Necrons revert to basic defense protocols, making them easy prey. Videx curses did Silver Tenebris
His voice will displeasure his voice is displeasure to Metallica. They will sue you like they were Napster. And that's it. We have finished the game. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that game, but I think when I went to finish it, I was ready to finish it. That was a good run. And I'm glad I did it on hard, because if I did it on... The only time the game really challenged me was that first mission against the Mechanicus, when I think they were built to really surprise you. That was a really hard mission, but apart from that, the game was a little bit of a cakewalk, which is a shame. I was hoping for something like more... a little bit tougher, I don't know. And I'm sad that I never got to deploy any of the big giant robots. That was one thing I wanted to do. The whole reason I built Toasted Waffle as a unit was so that he could summon those for one cognition point. But it just got really silly at the end for just how many actions I could take every turn and harvest stuff from them. But for a game that I think I picked up for $2 in a Steam sale, what a steal. I wish I'd bought this game for full price because I really enjoyed it so much. I want to support the studio that made it. I will definitely be picking up Mechanicus 2 when it comes out. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. You actually get to play with the named characters from the campaign. So Scaevola, Videx, all of them are in the campaign, which looks fascinating. I don't think it has quite the same level of customization, unfortunately. It's more you just pick from a tree, but we'll see how it goes. Now, that was a long stream, but I'm really glad we stuck with it. Thank you all so much for sticking with me for this stream. Thank you all for voting on all of the different options. I just love that so much. It really makes me happy. But I unfortunately have work tomorrow. Now, I do have a new game already picked out for Thursday nights. It's, let me just, can I show you in any way? I don't think I can. Let me just try something. If you're interested on what our next game is going to be, if I go to the store page, maybe. Yeah, I'll make this full screen. All right, I want to show you. Oh, don't start playing yet. I'm going to show you what our next game is. Is that going to work? No, I think I have to go here, and then I have to turn off this and turn on this. Here we go. So the next game I'm going to play on Thursday nights is this one, which is Every Day We Fight. I'm not sure how long we're going to play it for, but I want to check it out and see what you all think of it. I've played through a few times, and I think it suits being a stream game more than having a playthrough of it, because it's kind of like a roguelike. There are some issues I've got with it that I will address when we play, but it is also very much in early access, so I'm willing to give it a little bit of leeway. But next week we'll start a new campaign, and we'll see how it goes. I've had fun playing it. It does have some clunkiness to it, but it also has some fantastic voice acting, which is pretty cool.
I can take it from here.
Vibes are interesting but a little weird. That's exactly what I'm getting out of it. But it is very roguelike-y, and the skill trees are very interesting, and there's definitely a lot to come. Customizing the weapons is pretty cool as well. And being able to react and stuff to grenades and things is very fun. Yeah, Dylan's voice actor is very funny. So, that's what we're going to kick off on next week, because I've already got the game. And thank you to Hooded Horse for giving me the access to it to try it out and show it to you all. We'll play that for a little bit, and then we'll see where we go from there. But that's the next plan. For now, however, I have to go to sleep. It's nearly 2 a.m., which is ridiculous. I've got a full day of work tomorrow. So I will see you later. Thank you all so much for hanging out. I hope you have a wonderful day or night or morning. Thank you for all your chat today. It's been such fun. It's been a tough week, and this stream today has really cheered me up a lot. So thank you so much. Don't forget how awesome you all are, and it means so much to me that you hang out and come and chat, and don't just lurk. And those of you who lurk, that's fine too. Let's not get done that. Yeah. Anyway, I need to go to sleep before I say stupid things. I will see you later. Have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Ciao for now. See ya.